Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mic Check, episode 216. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host, Norwood. I'm happy, blessed to be here.
Where's your microphone?
And my mic. Testing something out, see how this goes. And we will check it again in the first
Make the
segment.
microphone disappear type thing? Pause if necessary?
Yes, we trying it out. And we shall see. With that being said, how you feeling, man?
I mean, you got special effects? You ain't let me know how I do that.
I don't know what you did, but I can no longer hear anything you're saying.
You can't hear me now? How can you not hear me? I didn't do anything. Kev,
Maybe
can
it's
you
me.
hear me, brother? Can you hear me?
And that's the reason you
Kev
check
can
the
hear
mic.
me. You cannot hear me. What did you do?
It's me, for sure.
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while Norwood, this is why we do the mic check, y'all. This is why we do the mic check, because we got to get our sound right. We got to get everything right for when we talk about football as well, going with North NCAA football, NFL. Y'all know what it is every Monday or Tuesday.
There we go.
Club going up on a Tuesday. Y'all know what it is every Monday or Tuesday. We live stream. We start out with the mic check. Then we go HBCU, when necessary, NCAA football, NFL football. And then when football season is over, we then put all off-season sports kind of go into the mic check. And we'll start talking about basketball at Hawks way more in depth than we do now. Now that we have done kind of a sound check, Norwood, how you feeling, brother?
I'm tired as hell, man. I've been running around all day. Today is my mother's birthday. Shout out to Mama Norwood, Big Val, for y'all who know her. So I've been running around all day and make sure my mama had a good birthday. It was a lot of work, but I got it done.
Make sure your mama.
Now I'm ready to buy.
A lot of work. Well, happy birthday to Mama Norwood. Shout in. Glad she got a son. Nope, don't like that, boy. I don't like the enhance. I look like I got on makeup.
That boy looks smooth.
Going to take that. Oh, you can take it down. Okay, Paul. There we go. All right.
Easy to draw. Easy to draw. Easy to draw.
Boy, got no curvature on the face. Shut up.
Funny story. I saw a person on Instagram, and I was like, bro, we can tell that this ain't what a human's supposed to look like.
Right. So,
and the dudes who
man,
y'all and play the Men in Black music, they be right on time with that. And I was like, man, that's what they need for this dude right here.
Oh, with the water guns. Yep.
Right.
So y'all know what it is. We do the mic check. This episode 216. Y'all make sure y'all give us a like and a follow when you join. We appreciate y'all for joining. We're gonna start off with baseball. We're gonna start off with baseball, Braves, chop talk, and then I got a couple questions. Not questions, a quick hit that we want to talk about afterwards. Go ahead, brother. I know this one of your favorite baseball players.
Y'all see it. Finally, Andrew Jones, legendary Braves outfielder, 2026 inductee into the Hall of Fame. Thank you for doing the right thing. It took you way too long, but you got it done. Congratulations. I've been sick about this for year after year after year. They keep playing my guy, and finally they got it right. Congratulations, man. Andrew Jones, Braves legend in the Hall of Fame.
One of the best Braves players of all time. Definitely played with the Braves from 1996 to 2007. He was a rookie right after the Braves won the World Series. So he's a 5-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove, Silver Slugger Award, Hank Aaron Award, NL Home Run Leader, RBI Leader in 2005, retired Braves Hall of Fame. Then also played in Japan as well and was an All-Star there in his older years.
Legend.
So, he is a Braves legend, and now he is rightfully so a baseball legend. So I am excited for him. I'm happy he's here. And now
Y'all really pissing me off with that.
With Andrew Jones? Well, I mean, it's because you're not really a shoe-in theoretically if you don't win a championship. And I think that was the only thing missing from his resume was the championship.
Every time they do that thing and they put you next to somebody else and they say everybody who has the red has the most stuff, he always kick everybody ass. Andrew Jones was the man. And if you're a Braves fan, you know that already.
Well, I mean, all Braves fans. And what's crazy is and you think about baseball, the Braves for most of our childhood, there was no other team around. Ooh. So from Louisiana all the way to DC, and really DC, actually not even DC because they had the Expos came from Montreal. So Louisiana all the way to Philly, it was Braves baseball.
John Kruk.
It was Braves baseball. So that tells you that the Braves were super popular because we were the only team in the Southeast.
PBS, so baby. Your granddaddy used to watch it.
If you love the Braves baseball, that's a quarter of the country.
You an all black man. You love Braves baseball.
Yeah. So well earned. And he did it the right way. No steroids. No wild accusations.
He still looked the same way.
Yep.
That could mean a lot of different things to some of y'all, Sammy Sosa. I don't care. I'm talking about my legends.
So, happy for him. Did not mean to do that. That was quick. Happy for him. The Braves also, this will be a quick hit. I want to update. They definitely just also signed 2 young players. So what happened with the Braves recently is we kind of pawned off our farm system. We pawned off our farm system to try to compete and build out this roster, which is a really good roster. So we signed 2 young Braves. I call them 2 future All-Stars. One from the Dominican Republic, and
they're like 12 and 13 years old, huh?
16 and 17 years old. Quickly becoming baseball and college football are now alike, where you offer 8th graders, 7th graders, 11th graders. From the Dominican Republic as well, and one from Cuba. Right-hander pitcher and also a shortstop. There's 2 names that I'm just not going to try to pronounce, but y'all make sure that y'all go and check them out. Braves doing some moves, man. Braves doing some moves. So this is what I want to talk about. A little bit of an audible, but I think it was super interesting. And
that boy hit me with the Omaha early.
Oh, I got a bunch of them. I wanted to bring this up early. Oh, well, there it is. We talked about this in the group. The Dodgers essentially broke baseball. The Dodgers have more guaranteed money over the next, 30 years? I think over the next 30 years, or more guaranteed money on the books. We didn't even talk about time. They have more guaranteed money on the books, $2.1 billion with this signing of Tucker, right? They now have $2.1 billion on the books, and the Guardians franchise is only $1.5 billion. Why is that important? The owners, after this signing of Tucker, after they've signed literally everybody, the Dodgers is a roster of all-stars, Hall of Famers, generational players. The owners have now said, we want a salary cap. And now baseball is talking about getting a salary cap within the next 2 years. And apparently it is, boy, cover me up. That's all right. It is, it is in the works. I know you are really big into the business of baseball. I mean, in the business of sports, especially basketball, football, you get there, but it's definitely in basketball. And I think that a salary cap for this could happen. This is the strongest union in baseball. This is the strongest union in sports. Baseball. That's why they don't have no salary cap. I don't see this happening. Do you think that they're going to get a salary cap in baseball anytime soon?
So this has been a thing ongoing for a very long time. The owners want a salary cap. They want control. The Players Association in baseball is the strongest union in sports, but it's also the strongest union in the country, period, hands down. We are at the point where the immovable force versus immovable object. Y'all enjoy this year baseball is coming up. Because after that one, there'll be a strike. 1,000% I expect to strike. There is no way you get out of this without something. That is just, it's going to be what it's going to be. As a baseball fan and a Braves fan who is afraid of what could happen with Ronald Acuna, I'm not anymore. Because I don't know when they're going to play baseball again. This is going to be very bad. It's going to be ugly because you have billionaires who want control and you have baseball guys who've made a ton of money. No, I'm not doing it. And it's one band, one sound over there on that Players Association. Always has been, always will be. We'll walk away from it. We ain't football, we ain't basketball.
It's established. We've done it before, multiple times. It ain't like football where people crack the picket fence line all the time. Even basketball is really probably the closest. But football, it's like, and even basketball ain't there no more because the money is so big that it's hard to turn away because of the TV deals, which I think baseball will get to, but the owners are still going to want a salary cap because this is so bad for the sport. Nobody's going to watch this if you could put literally all the good players on one team.
No. They don't care about it being bad for the sport because if they cared about it being bad for the sport, they would actually make sure that teams have to field teams. They make these guys have these low-ass salary minimums just so they can participate in profit sharing. And that's all they do. They just want control. They're owners, and they see what Jerry Jones does. They see what the NFL does. You see how, I don't know if we'll discuss this in NFL, but they're trying to add another game. And that's where I got to the point where add two more, make it a 20-game season. Do whatever you want to. Because NFL, they have a ton of control over their players because there's so many of them. Baseball, even though there's a ton of them, they don't have control, and they want control. Basketball is somewhere in the middle. Players have a ton of control. Players still probably have a little bit more control than the organizations, but it's just tough. Baseball ain't going for this shit, and I don't know how it's going to work out, but I suggest y'all enjoy next year baseball. You better find a way, because I guarantee you, it's two things that I feel pretty certain that we're going to miss. WNBA basketball, because they're very aggressive about pay us, and MLB because of the salary cap. And I don't know who's going to blink first. This is the reason I have a podcast, so me and Reggie can talk about these type of things. We will keep you updated. This is a story to watch. If you're a nerd like me, in the name of sports business, go ahead and start opening up everything you can and every source you can. But if you read baseball business, it's on the way.
And it's been going this way for a while. It's funny you brought up WNBA and NBA and MLB because it's two different ends of the spectrum with the same outcome. You got basketball players want to be paid more, and baseball owners like, we're not paying y'all this much more money. And basketball has shown, especially WNBA, like, hey, we got unrivaled, and they over there making $1 million a year.
Exactly.
We just want profit sharing.
And the thing about that situation is the girls are like, oh, well, you can't do it. Then put us in charge who should have been in charge in the first place. You're just not doing because you don't want to. We've put together a league where the girls get paid and they have good insurance. They have all these other things. So if you can't do it, then they're kind of insinuating that they're incompetent. Didn't help that lady who was
insinuating. Nafisa Collier has said it while broadcasting
repeatedly.
So,
but this is the fun part about sports. It's not sports. I want to see how this plays out. But the Dodgers did it. As much as I hate the Yankees, and y'all know I hate the fucking Yankees, the Dodgers are the team that actually broke baseball. Kyle Tucker and that contract, it smoked it.
It was the last straw. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I was like, bro, I don't think and the thing is, just like the second apron for NBA when it came out 2-3 years ago, nobody's talking about this. Like nobody, you have to look for this. Nobody, well, I'm not gonna say talk about it. Nobody's paying attention to this. And I was like,
this is the equivalent of, for us who have Facebook, when they let everybody who had any email. Before you had to have a college email, and that was the thing. But once you let everybody in, then it got ghetto. This is what we're about to see happen now. I don't know how it's going to play out. It's going to be fun to watch, though, because these people are rich and powerful and rich.
Everybody's rich. Well, all the major players are rich and powerful. Like this ain't NFL, the haves and the have-nots.
No,
If you in the major leagues, your money guaranteed.
Right.
Ain't no incentives. Nothing.
What you talking about guaranteed? Shohei is like, oh, y'all owe me $720 million more.
On top of everything.
I ain't even got to my money yet. Yeah. By the time I get to that, might be close to $1 billion.
So that's gonna be fun, man. I'm glad we were able to talk about this. This season is gonna be interesting. I can't wait. Now I can't wait for it to happen outside of baseball. I'm gonna be paying attention more to the business side of baseball now than the actual games because until fall, late summer and early fall. But it should be fun, man.
I can't imagine you see a bunch of people signing long-term contracts. See how teams, handle these guys as they have contracts coming up to an end. I mean, it's kind of it's funny that we have the Ronald Acuna situation coming up, and there was some stuff out there basically said to trade him and because we couldn't pay him, and he liked the comment. I don't know exactly what that means. Y'all know how.
Yes, you do. You in denial. You know what it means.
I think that Ronald wants to stay in Atlanta.
It would benefit him too.
Yeah, and I think that. I mean, hell, let's be real. We all want him in Atlanta, but we don't pay people that type of money. But you don't have a way to replace a guy like Ronald Acuna
without paying a ton of money.
Correct.
So you might as well pay him now.
And if we had anybody, and I'll leave it here, we need to pay him because it was not our fault what happened with Freddie Freeman, but do it for the fans.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman's agent did that shit.
That's like trading away Chipper Jones, then Andrew Jones.
Right.
Like, you can't do that.
Do it for us, man. And you have a loyal fan base that sticks with you through thick and thin. And it's been
winning the World Series. Now, I can see if we had won like 3 in a row and all this other stuff. But I mean.
Now, and also, Acuna, find a happy medium, bro. We've dealt with you two big injuries. There is a place in the middle where we can pay this guy. And if it's Kyle Tucker money, I honestly don't care.
Out of all the contracts that you would pay him Kyle Tucker money. What did he get? 3 years, 150 or something like that?
No, it's more than that. It's like 4 years, 240 or something like that. But yeah, he's worth $60 million
a year.
I think so.
So if that, well, I mean, he's going to want that minimum now. I mean, Kyle Tucker's not as good as Ronald Acuna.
Yeah, but Kyle Tucker is also not injured.
Oh, well, then, all right. Well, then we'll take off $10 million a year for injury. So,
right.
4 years, 200, 220, 225.
260. Pay him what you owe him. You robbed him the first time. You asshole.
So 4 years, 240. So you saying pay him Kyle Tucker no matter.
Yes, this is the guy who's been your guy through thick and thin. You, no fault of your own, but you also have some PR work here. And it's the guy that we all love. Pay him. Damn. I don't typically advocate for people's paycheck like this, but I love this Ronald Acuna. He found a new home run dance every year. He hit 85 million home runs, no steroids. He throw a grenade. Dude, yeah, damn. Pay somebody.
Pay Ronald Acuna.
And
I ain't gonna disagree with you. I ain't gonna disagree with you. But they ain't called for a reason. And I'll leave it at that. With that being said,
that's even more of a reason you have built an entire enterprise to get rich. And y'all are now the gym of baseball where everybody's done this, and you're getting rich on your own money. Pay him. We ain't got that much nice shit in Atlanta, bro.
No, we can't keep
Damn.
it. With that being said, we're gonna move right on to Hawks talk. We're gonna move right on to Hawks talk, man. We had 3 games, 3 losses.
So rough week. Relax. No, y'all hate CJ McCollum. Relax. We're going to go ahead and get that out of the way. Relax. CJ trying to get his footing. First game, though, we lost to the Portland Trailblazers. I think the Portland Trailblazers are a better team than us. I'm going to say that. We are 20-23 in the East. They are 20-22 in the West. I think the West is a better conference in the East. Onyeka Okongwu, 26 points, 9 rebounds. Kid is hooping. You got to get him some help, though. 37 minutes, that's too damn much. Because specifically coming off the flu or whatever he had, same shit y'all hear me coughing with. Jalen Johnson, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 turnovers. He kind of slumped for a couple nights. Right after the trade, he did not play his best basketball. Nikhil, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Veet, 8 points. Dyson, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. CJ had 20 points on 15 shots, 1 of 6 from 3, 7, 11 from free throw. Like I said, the Blazers are not that much better than us, but they are better than us. Toumani Camara is a lockdown defender. Donovan Clingan is just tall. He should have scored 30 points. The Blazers and Tiago Splitter, I don't know. Did you not know that we don't have anybody taller than 6'9"? Donovan Clingan towers over everybody, and y'all there was just no pick and roll. And I was like, if y'all pick and roll us, there's nothing to stop him from just dunking on us every time. And they did it 3 times, and he dunked on us like 3 or 4 times, and that was it. He did have 12 rebounds. Shaden Sharp cut our ass, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 turnovers. He was just making a lot of shots.
He's a lot bigger than I thought he was, pause if necessary. He's like, what is he, 6'7", 6'6"?
I thought he was but
I thought he was 6'2", 6'3", like Scoot. But nah, I see why they were trying to pair them together.
Right. And I think that, honestly, I'm purging. He's the best guard the Blazers have, and the Blazers have Dame, Drew, Scoot,
don't count
and Shaden. Don't count which 2?
All 3 of them hurt. Like, all 3 of them hurt.
I don't care hurt or not hurt. Shaden Sharp is the best guard of all 4 of them.
No. Yeah, but you also said, did you say trade?
No. I'm saying that they should purge those other 3 guys. I don't think that you can, but
yeah. Oh, and try to get what? For this Trailblazers game, yes, to answer your question, I definitely knew we didn't have anybody 6'9" because LeBron looked like he was 27 years old when there's nobody at the rim to block him, and he's the same size as Onyeka Okongwu and still just as fast or faster. We don't have any rim protection. And then when you play a team who you don't even have to be a good coach, you just have to understand height. Hey, they don't have anybody over 6'9" playing right now. We have 3 7-footers. Let's just play them all.
Not even the 7-footers. They just have 3 legitimate centers. You got Clingan, who is a 7-footer. You have Dupe Reith, who's not a 7-footer, but he's just big. He's just tall and big. If y'all don't know who he is,
16?
I think he's like 6'9", but he's this guy that they found from nowhere. Yeah, 6'9", 245. That's the issue. It's the 245. We don't have anything to throw out there. Our 200s be like 205. And then you got Robert Williams, who's a full adult, 6'9", 250. We ain't got nothing. We got a Okongwu fighting for his life and need a breather treatment after the game.
Yeah, it's you can't, and this is the problem with the Hawks, and y'all keep trying to all y'all casuals, and I don't even like saying that because I just think you're misinformed. I don't like saying casuals, but all y'all making these dumbass videos, the Hawks ain't even better with Trae Young. They not better with Trae Young. Oh, it looks like they the same. Bruh, we need basket protection, rim protection, bruh. That's what we need. Whether we had Trae or not, we was going to lose this game because we don't have rim protection. You have to have somebody 6'10", 6'11", or going to be 250 at 6'9" to be able to stop all of that. We don't have it.
Let me be clear. We're 20-23 without Trae Young. Go back and look at all the seasons we had Trae Young. This is about the same place we've been every other season. And paying him $45 million to do it. For what? You're going to have the same. If you're going to get the same result, were you going to pay an extra $50 million to get it?
No.
Okay, then. So what are you talking about? And we have cap space. And
For next year.
if Kristaps was playing, and I told y'all this, I said from the beginning before Trey got traded, is it unfortunate the situation with Trey and the timing and us losing? Sure. But Trey was not affecting us winning and losing as much as Kristaps Porzingis was. It just wasn't. We lead the.
I mean, you need Porzingis, and he's so hurt. Like he's hurt, and you don't even see him get hurt. Like he plays and he look fine.
What?
And then he be
hurt. His leg be hurt sometimes. Sometimes it's the pots. It's different things with him depending on when it is. He's hurt a lot. But once again, have to keep y'all on track. We don't have to pay Terrence Mann $14 million for the next 3 years. And let me tell you, that's worth it.
Yeah, he's supposed to play against the Celtics. And I guess that could lead us right to the Celtics. This game wasn't bad, but no. I was talking about the Trailblazers. I said the Trailblazers were bad. But this game versus
I've been
Celtics
in this podcast talking to you. Are you smoking? Hey, we got drug test you at Splashcast Studios.
This has nothing to do with rim protection. This game, there was no defending the 3-point line, which has been another issue for Quinn and his defense and his coaching style, where for whatever reason we cannot defend the 3-point. Everybody has 3-point career games against us. Hauser, right back at you. I think he went 6 for 6 in the second quarter alone. We gave up 50-something points in the second quarter, the most we've ever given up in a franchise since like 2021 or something like that. That was crazy. This game was crazy to watch.
So many things here that piss me off. Number one, I gotta make sure y'all bear with me what I'm about to say here. I hate to call him this, but I've been calling this for like 3 weeks or ever since the trade. KKK. Kispert, Krejci, Kennard.
Oh.
KKK. Y'all three. One of y'all got to be hot every time their guy gets hot. If you're going to watch Sam Hauser go 8 or 10 from 3 and watch y'all three have to take a timeout. Y'all three have one job between the three of y'all. Make threes. I don't care if y'all do it cumulatively. I don't care if y'all do it 1, 2, and 3 like the triplets. But y'all got to make threes. Y'all have to equal the shooters for the other team. Sam Hauser, he went 10 and 21 from 3. He cooled off. He was like 8 or 10.
He was 6 of 6.
Now, that part was embarrassing. But Quinn's defensive rotations also put us in this place. There's no reason that everybody shoots open threes against us. That can't happen. It cannot. Baylor Shearman. Y'all don't even know who the hell that is. Y'all don't know if I made that name up or not. 3 or 6 from 3. Anthony Simons, 4 8 from 3. Sam Hauser, who cooled off in the fourth, 10 and 21. Then Jaylen Brown, 14 of 30.
From the field. Yeah, Jaylen set the tone early. He's coming home. He's playing in front of his family, in front of his grandfather. You know he's going to. He had like 20 in the first quarter. He had 30 in the first half. I was like, oh, game over with. Game over with. Our shooting has been atrocious.
That was a little tough because the other part was they had just recorded. They just not recorded.
Retired.
What's when they put your jersey in the rafters?
Retired.
Yes, they retired your jersey at Wheeler. Wheeler is the number 2 basketball team in the state of Georgia, top 10 in the country in basketball. So I'm sure that I almost called it Phillips Arena, but State Farm Arena is probably Jaylen Brown family reunion, and he has enough money to pay for everybody. So that is one of the byproducts of being in this city, which is a growing basketball. And I'm talking about growing by leaps and bounds.
My man had 41.
Yes. You're the thing about Georgia, specifically Atlanta, putting out so many good basketball players is they're all coming home and they want to hoop at home. Anthony Edwards just did this to us. The rest of the team just didn't show up. You're going to get a lot of this. But you got to put Mo Gay on him. Oh, that sounds so crazy. But that is the answer. Is Muhammad Gay has to be the fire extinguisher. And Quinn, you have to offense is cool, but you have to start putting out some of these fires. It's you. And I want to be clear. You're there because you were Trey's guy. You were supposed to be Trey's offensive leaning savior. Well, Trey is gone now. And Ansi Saleh, he didn't pick you. You can go. And I'm going to tell y'all, Taylor Jenkins is out there. And for y'all who are uninitiated, Taylor Jenkins was the guy who was coaching the Grizzlies when they were having the passionate runs with Ja and Triple J before everything went to shit just recently. That guy's a good basketball coach. And I'm sure he's ready to get back. I'm sure that some people wouldn't mind if we called Budenholzer back now that we got a team that looks ready to compete.
I don't know about that. A lot of people don't like Budenholzer.
I like him or don't like him. Everywhere he goes, he's coach of the year. Results are results. He ain't got like me.
Yeah, but then I mean, but he also leaves unceremoniously too. I mean, he left the Hawks high and dry because he was like, I want to go coach Giannis. He went up there. He did win a championship with Giannis, and of course, he did have the tragedy with his brother.
We want Giannis.
With his brother, he just left, and it was like, well, okay. So whether or not I understand what you're saying, but you also have to bring that part of it too. It's a reason why he's not necessarily coaching right now. But the whole Memphis coach, yeah. As long as we get somebody that can run offense, I wouldn't, because he's a defensive guy. But you also honestly, we'll get to it.
This game, Ansi Saleh, I'm sure he has some guys who he ain't told y'all about. Because y'all know Golden State and San Antonio tuck some guys under some covers, make them video coordinators, and then Ansi be like, hey, buddy, you available? Sure, I'm available.
So
absolutely. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. The guy that they got
to do with Giannis.
Let's not talk about that. Sensitive subject. But even the guy they got coaching in San Antonio right now, everybody else is like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? And look at him now. Damn, they're the only team that can make it tough in OKC. Boston just beat our ass, and it's not acceptable because Boston doesn't have a good roster. Sam Hauser is not a starter. Keita is good. Keita is good, but he's not better than a Kungwu. Derek White, 12 assists, 1 turnover. It's not a person who I think I've been more wrong about than Derek White. He just blends into the background and does whatever you need him to. I didn't think that he was going to be that good, and he's just a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I knew he was a Swiss Army knife. I didn't think he was going to be able to. When he scores, it's like he's unstoppable.
He's 6'4".
When he decides to score, huh?
He's 6'4". Reggie's baby trying to make everybody a monster.
He's only 6'4".
He's just 6'4", but he's a smart basketball player. He said when Draymond told him, "You can shoot them threes, you ain't gonna beat us like that." He said, "I was kind of offended, but Draymond was right. I had to round out my game where I could do more than just stand in the corner and shoot threes." And ever since then, he's been the guy to do everything. And Derek White
he's what they thought they were going to get with Malcolm Brogdon. And then Brogdon, I think, either left or retired, or left then retired.
Brogdon just got old. I don't think he retired.
Right. He got old, and that's not gonna say why, but he's the Brogdon replacement. He's filled in that role perfectly. So, but yeah, this game I wasn't really mad at it. The next game is what pissed me off.
I'm going to say I'm mad at this game because our roster is better than Celtics. They're just out-coached us, out-hustled us, beat us. Now, I will also say Joe Mazzulla is a better coach than Quinn. Y'all know I love me some Crazy Joe.
He's a better coach than most.
I love Crazy Joe. And every time he do something crazier, I love him more.
Because it worked.
Yeah, and he might bite you on the face. Like, he's wild and very, like, reserved at the same time. Y'all know I love crazy people. So, yeah, I'm into that one.
But yeah. The next game this was the frustrating game for me. Losing to the Bucks the way that we lost, the way that we started, and the way that we finished. I think you didn't get a chance to watch this live. I was kind of.
I did. I went back and rewatched it.
But live, the Bucks lost. The Hawks lost to the Bucks 112-110. They started the game 0 for 21 from 3. 0
over 22.
1 for 22.
Over 22. I got the notes right here. I went back and watched it.
Broke the streak and hit. That made him 1 for 22. I recorded it. I got it. But still, either way, that's minute. When it's still 0 for 22 and 0 for 21 ain't a big difference. It ain't a big difference at all. I was like, bruh, to lose to the Bucks when Giannis is on a minutes restriction.
Well, he was on a minutes restriction. He played 30 minutes though. I mean,
yeah, he didn't play the whole second half until like 6 minutes to go in the second. He didn't play till like 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. He played.
Did a couple things that pissed me off. After you got Sam Hauser, why did you let AJ Green, who is the same person? They are literally carbon copies. If you put AJ Green and Sam Hauser and spin around 14 times in a row and said pick them, you wouldn't know who is who. Sam Hauser, I just did it. AJ Green went 6 of 12 from 3. He was shooting wide open threes. Him and Bobby Portis, nothing we could do.
Well, Bobby Portis grown man us. We had to play Asa Newell. And a big thing about this is Zachary Ricochet has been out for a minute. And we had to play Asa Newell. And Asa Newell is a 19-year-old kid. Bobby Portis is a 30-year-old man, 30-plus-year-old man who breaks people's faces.
And he's probably in real age, in dog years, he's a 40-year-old man who could probably change your alternator, carburetor, power steering fluid, do it all. But
yeah, and he came in and he was the one that kind of kept them afloat when Giannis was out. Giannis played 30 minutes, had 21 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists.
Well, the issue for me is like, and I'm not a basketball player. I'm a football player. And I think that football and basketball are different because if something's not working in football, you just don't keep doing it. If we get to 0-22 at anything we're doing as far as a football concept, coach gonna stop it. Don't run that play again. Basketball, they're a slave to habit. So just keep shooting the three. Keep shooting the three. And I'm like, okay, we're not making the three. Somebody pump fake, put the ball on the floor, and attack the bucket. If you put a couple in the bucket, then you can go back and shoot the three, and maybe you'll be dialed in. We just kept shooting the three and not going to the paint, and it was driving me crazy. Now, I do also understand we're not going to get any of the foul calls anymore. We're not. Trey's not there. They don't respect anybody on this team enough to give y'all foul calls, especially to a team that has a Hall of Famer, a former championship, X, Y, and Z. Y'all gonna have to tighten up and toughen up and play through the contact. We're a defensive team. That's what we're gonna have to do anyway. That's just what it's gonna be.
No, my bad.
No, that's it.
I will say in the second half, when Giannis went out, which is frustrating because it seems like we're playing scared. When Giannis went out, we went to the cup. Dyson Daniels almost had another triple-double, 17, 9, and 10. But boy, his shot is awful. Nikhil Alexander-Walker caught fire. He ended up 9 of 20, but I think he started out like 1 of 13.
It was awful, but he gonna shoot it. You gotta have a guy who come hell or high water. I'm gonna keep shooting it.
And he finally got hot in the third quarter. And Jalen Johnson is kind of the steadying thing for him. He's still trying to find his way. And CJ McCollum, for everything that CJ McCollum didn't do well in this game, he came in and he substituted the Corey Kispert, Onyeka Okongwu, Moge, Asa Newell, Luke Kennard, Vit Krejci. They all combined for 14 points. Nobody had more than 6. So people are talking about CJ McCollum like, hey, man, you came in and you shooting 11 shots and your usage rate, you got the highest usage rate on the Hawks, and they got Jalen. Well, y'all got to understand that Zachary Ricochet is hurt. He's not going. I think he started against the Bucks.
Oh wait, high man, 17 minutes plus 17. That means every minute he was on the floor, we went up 1. Don't look at him.
Oh, well, I was getting to it. You can look at him at the end of the game. Now, at the end of the game, I understand you, the vet. It's cool. And I know we didn't have any timeout, so you kind of had to make it. You had to, and what I'm talking about, the last possession, they missed the free throw, and we ended up getting the ball with 10 seconds left to dribble up the court. We had no timeouts. He dribbles up the court, and he loses his dribble. And he had Jalen open. He had many people open, and he panicked, and he shot the ball with 2.9 seconds left.
And he really could have
gathered the ball. He could have passed. No, he lost the ball. He just lost the ball. And they're not going to call a foul on a loose ball at the end of the game. Well, not for us. They do it for the Bulls when they played us. But so Jalen was kind of sitting there like, damn, I was open. Jalen had gotten hot. Nikhil Alexander-Walker brought us all the way back. So at the time, I was frustrated, and that's when I texted you, and I was like, bruh, you got to let Nikhil Alexander-Walker, even if you get the rebound, you got to pass it to him. He hasn't missed. He hit like 4 threes in a row to bring us back. And I was like, come on, man. But
that's chemistry.
I get it.
You got to play more games. They ain't even played 10 games together.
You also got to know your role. So, but again, Zachary Ricochet wasn't there, and everybody else. I mean, he started 0 for 21 or 22, whatever it is, from 3.
And I want to be clear, that might be his role on some nights.
I don't think he'll get as much usage. Well, I can't say he won't. I don't think he'll get more.
He's going to be one of the 5 guys closing games. Dyson,
you're gonna have to hit threes to stay in the game. You're gonna have to hit.
Ricochet is going to be coming out at the end of games. Nikhil, Dyson, Ricochet, Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu. Those are going to be the 5. Or KP. Those are going to be the 5 to close games.
You just said Ricochet coming out, and then you said Ricochet is one of the 5.
No. One more time. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Dyson Daniels, CJ is what I meant there. Jalen Johnson, Onyeka Okongwu. Those are the 5 to close the game. That's it. Y'all gonna have to figure it out. I understand that. I ain't mad. Y'all get there. This was a valiant fight.
Do that.
This was a valiant fight after we got punched in the nuts against the Celtics. And that loss hurt. They said it hurt. And it should have hurt. This one, we figured it out, and you still had to play against Giannis. And we ain't got nobody as good as Giannis. And it would have been nice to have KP.
I really want to trade for Giannis, but I know he ain't coming to Atlanta. But we have a really good trade package for him. For them. Not even for him. It's for the Bucks.
Man, I saw a salary dump. I saw that the Knicks may be interested in salary dumping Karl Anthony Towns. There's a trade package where they can get off all of that money. Does that send us into the tax? Yes. But I will take Karl Anthony Towns.
No, if I have to go into the tax. You get paid? Yes. How much you get paid? 50?
58.
Oh, I would much rather have Giannis. But I mean, he's height. He's 6. He's a 7-footer. He's just got height. But you would have to bring Okongwu off the bench. You still don't have any rim protection per se. I mean, he's still pillow soft.
My only thing is, I see Dyson, Nikhil, Risa Shea, Jalen, Cat, or Kungwoo. It would be good. But I mean, of course, I just think that, and we wouldn't be, I guess in all of these, we're not necessarily giving up that pick in the first place. So that's the other part about this. But we're going to see how it plays out. There are a lot of teams who are looking to get rid of some money. And that's what I think honestly Saleh is waiting for more than anything. And in the meantime, me and Reggie have said it. I've said it a million times. I said it in a group. And then finally this happened. Christian Coloco joins the Atlanta Hawks. He's 6'11", 240. He's what we've been looking for. He's not a fix of all problems, but he is a tall person to stand in the middle. He's athletic. And Onyeka Okongwu at 6'9" has played more minutes at center than anybody else in the NBA. That ain't safe. And we got to keep him healthy for the rest of the season. Also, Quinn, played 10 people. Played 10 people. Your team is tired. And been sick.
I mean, it's a body. I've been monitoring everything. I'm pie, pie in the sky, even though I know it ain't going to happen. Been monitoring the Heat with Kelly Ware. I've been monitoring the Clippers.
No need to monitor that.
The Clippers seem like they're kind of talking themselves out of with the initial of trying to trade Zubac because I think they realizing
they
that
got no. I mean,
the old dudes.
They're not getting rid of Zubac, especially. They're feeling the Tyronn Lue prophecy of 35 and 20 or whatever that is. They lost tonight, I think, to the Bulls, but overall, hey, they right back in it. They have already played themselves into the play-in. Just that quick. Worst team in the NBA to, hey, I'm in the play-in. Now, Grizzlies, you got to ask yourself, what are y'all doing? And for how much longer?
I was talking about for us in terms of centers. Like, who is a center that we can get? Pie in the sky, of course, is that we trade for Giannis. That's not going to happen. Karl Anthony Towns, you could probably make that work with the same trade that you traded for Giannis. You could trade.
If I traded them, Kristaps, Luke Kennard,
Caleb
Houston, and Keaton Wallace. Nothing next year. All of that comes off your books. Everything. And we will give you our first round pick, the one that belongs to us. That's the pick swap with the Spurs.
Yeah, I mean,
and probably a future, like a 2029 first or 2030.
Off Cat, that's 5. You gonna have it. I'd rather have a pick swap because I'm helping you get off the books. I'm not giving you all of that and picks to get off the books. You have to give me something back other than Cat because you dumping the salary. That's still helping you.
Yeah, but you're dumping Karl Anthony Towns. It ain't a slouch dump either. Now you're dumping basically one of the best centers in the NBA, other than Joker. Who's better than him?
On that Onyeka Okongwu role, top of the key 3 with Jalen handling the ball and Dyson. Dyson missed 17, 10, and 9, 15, 17. It'll be tough. And Karl Anthony Towns is under contract too, so you ain't really got to renegotiate for a while.
3 years this year plus 2 more. I mean, and I'm not the biggest Karl Anthony Towns fan, but I have to acknowledge.
Mine is just rim protection. Like I understand on offense.
I might be able to be talked into giving you Asa Newell back.
For who?
In the Karl Anthony Towns trade. Actually, I don't know.
And who would you keep? They got Mitchell Robinson. No, I ain't doing that.
What are you talking about? But I mean, they got Mitchell, OG, Mikal, Josh Hart, Jalen. That's their 5.
Kristaps Porzingis off the bench or whenever he plays.
I assume he's never gonna play again.
But if I'm helping you, that ain't my problem.
They can't count on him. Like anybody taking Kristaps Porzingis, it's not wise for you to assume he's ever gonna play. If you find out he's available that day, congratulations.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because you're gonna. I mean, if you do Ace and Newell, that means you're picking Mo Gay over Ace and Newell, which I mean ain't bad. I really want to keep them together because I think they're gonna be the Bash brothers. But I understand how salary cap works.
And
You're gonna need money.
he's a valuable asset that people are still intrigued about. He can space the floor, he can shoot, he can do a lot of different things. So for me, yeah, it makes sense. Like, yeah, you gotta give me
He's the
something.
Obi
I get
Toppin person.
it. Yeah, but yeah, you're getting Carl Anthony Towns. You ain't getting, you're getting, what is his stat? Something crazy.
Oh, 20, 25 and 12, 25, 15, something like that.
Yeah, you're not
But it's the
getting.
reason that you have to bring in Mitchell Robinson when it matters. That's the part I'm just trying to say. I don't want to have to do all of that and still bring somebody in to play defense.
Well, he would also be our number one rebounder.
How much? What does he rebound now?
11.6.
Yeah,
and we need boards badly.
yeah. No, all I need you to do is lift weights, hit three. I mean, that's the role that he needs. Well, I mean, the defense is just you go from Trey to tall Trey.
Yeah, but I mean, and then in certain instances, maybe you put all three of them out there. Okongwu, Cat, Jalen, they can all shoot.
Ricochet and Dyson, or Mo and Dyson, or Mo and put Jalen at the one. I do stupid stuff. Jalen, Ricochet.
I really hate that Quinn doesn't play him more like Ben Simmons used to. Like, just do it. We're not even. That's the only thing that I don't like about losing is we don't develop. We don't do anything different. We do the same shit. We look the same way. Then we look stupid in the face. Put all of the tall people, just like I said with the Falcons, put all the good people on the floor at the same time and see what that looked like.
Yeah. But I mean, that's Hawks talk. Unless you got any more, we 0-3. We in a tailspin right now. We got to figure out. We got to get a center.
We're not in a tailspin, folks. Relax. We trying to get some chemistry after we added 2 people. We're trying to figure it out. We need Kristaps back. If Kristaps is not back, you're going to have to play Koloko, though. He's got to play. And we figuring it out. You don't trade somebody and then have instant chemistry. That's not how this is going to work. Y'all just got to relax. And y'all have to understand, we're the only team to make a trade so far. And if y'all haven't noticed, it's getting hectic for these teams.
Oh, it's about to be. This next 2 weeks is going to be fun.
Oh, it's going to get shaky. Relax. Do we need to win some games? Yes. We play winnable games coming up. I know everybody want to freak out. We play winnable games coming up. We play the Pacers. They're the worst team in the NBA coming up. Who else? We're gonna get some here real quick. Memphis, they falling apart. Phoenix, they're good. We're beatable. They're beatable. Indiana, worst team in the NBA. Boston, Houston. Then we get Pacers.
That rounds out.
Yeah, we can get back into this, man. Y'all just got to chill out. We play the Wizards back to back, 24th and 26th.
Hopefully, Koloko can play. But yeah, we'll see. Before we move on to tennis and college basketball, I did want to give T's and P's out to Jimmy Butler. Y'all know I'm not a fan. I ain't really a fan of how Jimmy Butler plays. I'm not the biggest. I'm not a fan of. I'm just not a fan of Jimmy Butler. But unless he were on my team. But I ain't gonna say, at 37, especially knowing the background and everything he went through in Miami, where I do think he did get a raw deal.
His childhood. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about basketball. To tear his ACL at 37 years old, you can essentially say his career is in jeopardy or over. Because it's gonna be difficult for him to come back, and he's owed all that money. and he'll be 38. So I do want to send T's and P's out. Jimmy Butler tore his ACL. It looked bad. And the Warriors talking about shit. We ain't waiting on you, big dog. Hey, we trying to trade you while you hurt.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I am on the opposite end of the spectrum on this. I'm a really big Jimmy Butler fan. I think that he's been consistently a guy who's added to the NBA every year he's been in the league. If you podcast, if you watch it, if you're intrigued by sports, Jimmy Butler is his own character. He does it. He dances to the beat of his own drum. He didn't come from the best of situations.
Music room too, though.
Hey, but if you're a fan of sports, he's been a guy who's been entertaining for his entire career. And he was in Golden State helping them get to wherever they could, and he gave them everything he could, including his knee, and unfortunately it went out. I'm happy that he advocated for himself and got the hell out of Miami, especially looking back on what happened with contracts, Cam Thomas and Quentin Grimes getting squeezed the way that they did. I'm glad that he was able to go somewhere and get his money. I think that he's going to be very practical about this. This season is toast. A vast majority of next season is probably going to be toast. He I'm sure at this point understands the business portion of this more than anybody else. You're an expiring contract. And you're not Steph Curry. You are a vehicle. You are a means to an end. And I'm not sure what he'll look like next season anyway. So he will get his money, and then by the time he's actually going to attempt to play basketball again, he'll be a free agent. And honestly, with the way that everything's going, that might not be a terrible idea, because he's one of the guys who you can put at the end of your bench at the end of his career. He's going to motivate guys. He's going to teach guys. He's going to uplift guys. He's going to be a great teammate.
You said Jimmy Butler going to motivate people?
Yes. Yes, Jimmy Butler is a good motivator. He is that's the reason Miami didn't want to let him go. Miami just wanted to rob him.
We'll see.
He's been carrying that Heat team.
You think hey, T's and P's, Jimmy. T's and P's.
Yeah.
Ain't about T's and P's.
Go,
it
Jimmy.
Is what it is. Shout out to Coco Golf. We don't really have an HBCU segment yet for basketball season. We'll get there closer we get to February. I mean, once we get to mid-February and March Madness tournament season. But Coco Golf gives $150,000 to United Negro College Fund to support HBCU tennis players and programs. So shout out to Coco Golf. That's dope.
As she has continued to be the excellent Black athlete that she's been for the last couple of years and just rake in the money, it feels very good to see somebody reinvest into their sport specifically. Me and Reggie come here and advocate every week for y'all to donate to HBCUs, to donate to programs and things that we can't keep, like tennis teams, golf teams, badminton teams, lacrosse teams, sailing team, gymnastic teams, FISC, all of those things that kind of, when we are funded properly, we can come and compete, and not only compete, but dominate. And thank you for doing this. And I hope that not only more Black tennis players do this, but white tennis players do this. At the end of the day, that's of the utmost importance. Thank you to you, though, Coco. You're a real one.
Yeah, sure. I ain't put my faith in that. But yes, as more of us help each other, as we help ourselves, yes. All right. Before we finish the mic check, what you think about these college basketball players suing to get back into the NBA after the G League, after going to the G League, fully going to court?
I cared about this until I didn't. These guys aren't good. That kid at Baylor is terrible. And to think that you got drafted at the beginning of the second round, and now you play for Baylor and you stink. You're respectfully, because you have to be, you're a waste of a draft pick. And at this point, with your production,
waste of a roster spot.
You're a waste of a scholarship. This isn't, if you're really fighting to get back into college after you've been drafted, you're kind of saying, I'm a flaming bag of garbage. somebody's going to have to be dominant before people care. Y'all keep going to being the 18th man at the end of the bench and out there for 4 fouls, you're just an old man fouling people. But I don't care about this. You're 27 years old playing college basketball. Don't care.
This is autocorrect. This is all part of the autocorrect for me. They're gonna end up suing. They're gonna come in, you're gonna pay them that NIL money, they're gonna be trashing. Like, man, I could have gone and got a high school kid for this. And then you're gonna go get a high school kid. Autocorrect. It's all autocorrect.
So, I don't think that somebody's going to have to be good before it matters. If y'all keep playing like him,
I'm gonna go get a high school kid.
Right. Cam Johnson, brother Puff.
Oh, this in the 7th year soon.
Yeah, you sound soft. What do you think? You gonna get drafted now? No. For what? For what? Hey man, just be your brother's best friend, I guess. But yeah, y'all are good. Somebody's got to be good first. This is the point in the show where we take a break. We're gonna come back.
Beverages for me.
Yeah. Not today for me. I'm still fighting back. Fighting for my life over here, as y'all probably heard me coughing up a lung earlier. We're gonna come back. We have a very interesting national championship. My team did it.
My team did it. Yeah, I hear you. We got football. We got NFL. Y'all know I'm about to get in my mode with Falcons talk.
Ooh. And then my team, they did it. They did it again.
They did something.
We'll be back. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Always remember, like, follow, subscribe, and we shall return momentarily. Hopefully with better voices.
And if you're listening to the if you're listening to the playback, go to the next song, or go to the next track or video for episode 216. All right.
We out for real this time.
don't know what you're doing, brother. We'll go here. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 216 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw, going up on a Tuesday. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host, Norwood, and I am fighting for my life. It is episode 216. It is Tuesday because we had a national championship yesterday, and my team did it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So y'all know what it is on Tuesday, going up on Tuesday, Monday Night Raw, our live stream. We do HBCU. We do mic check, followed by HBCU, followed by football as well. In the mic check, we do Hawks Talk, Braves, and any other thing that we talk about. No HBCU this week. Right now, I think we did talk about Coco Golf and her contribution to HBCU tennis programs through the United Negro College Fund. So now we are here for the NCAA football portion of our football segment of episode 216 of the Splashcast. The National Championship, which was the Miami Hurricanes, the number 10 seed, playing at home against the number 1 seed
Indiana. And Norwood's favorite team, the Indiana football Hoosiers.
The Hoosiers win the national championship 27-21 behind Fernando Mendoza, Signetti, and that defense, to be honest.
Just like I told y'all they would.
All year.
They
are
3 weeks.
First off, congratulations. Congratulations to Indiana. You did it through all the skepticism, through all the naysayers. You guys put together a team and you held serve basically the whole year. What you've done over the last 2 years is hard to replicate. You broke Georgia's record for most wins because it's now a 12 team playoff. You 16-0, 28-1, 27-1 over the last 2 years. That's a hell of a run, man. That's a hell of a run.
Meteoric, impressive, dominating win. Y'all got it done. This was an excellent game after about the first half. First half was kind of slow, kind of dry. We went into half. Miami did not score. Indiana had 10. And it looked like Indiana was just going to kind of slow roll them to a win. Yeah. We came back from half and it heated up and it never really cooled off until the very end.
All cards on the table.
Right.
Yeah, that first half, it looked like
dry.
Death by 1,000 cuts. Indiana, for all that talk about how big Miami's offensive line was, they got their ass whooped.
Now, I was being facetious about y'all know who've been rocking with us. I ain't been there until I got there. But I told y'all last week, and Reggie was like, man, he's 6'7", 380. And I was like, what does that have to do with anything? Indiana they've been finding a way. And they continue to find a way against the Monstars. They are a tough football team, top to bottom. Fernando Mendoza has one of the best runs in college football championship history. I'm impressed.
That first half, man. The laws of physics just did not seem to apply. Like Miami was lining up with 6 offensive linemen, 7 offensive linemen, and they were getting stopped on 4th down, 4th and 1, 4th and inches. Right. I was like, bro, how? All you gotta do is their running back, Fletcher Jr., is like 6'2", 240. Their D lineman is like, their linebackers for Indiana are like 6 feet 205. And they was Pond 5'9", 180, stonewalling people at the line of scrimmage. I was like, bro, this is amazing.
And now, we'll say Fletcher did go 17 carries for 112 yards, 6.6 carries. Yeah.
All they had. They came out, and then Miami missed the kick. And I knew once Miami missed the kick, I was like, oh, well, Signetti team ain't about to make no mistakes for real.
They don't make mistakes.
I was like, well, that's gonna come back. But yeah, Fletcher came in the second half. That's when it was like, all right, well, let me go and heat up the wings. Maybe I need to pour me another brew because this one then got flat a little bit, waiting on something to pop off. Fletcher came right on out, third play of the second half, 70 yards, 60 yards, whatever. Then and Carson Beck, hey, shout out to you, man. So there is
he's. I ain't gonna lie, man. Carson Beck played pretty well. I know that people wanted to smoke his boots about the interception he did throw, but I think he played pretty solid.
You were. Oh, here we go.
But Kaylon Black, 17 carries, 79 yards, 4.6 carries. And Roman Hemby, 19 carries, 60 yards, 3.2. They did it as a duo.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. No echo, right?
No.
All right, good. Yeah. Fletcher played well. And then Carson Beck, shout out. Miami just decided we just going to leave it all out there, which is what you expected in the national championship game. They started letting the ball. Carson Beck started throwing the ball down the field. Like you said, he played a great game until that last drive. And he just misread the coverage. He misread the coverage. I'm going to say on that last touchdown, on that last interception, I ain't really like the play call. Kadarius Toney had 100 and something yards and just scored. He's the reason that y'all even got in the game, because after Indiana blocked that punt and scored the touchdown, I was like, game over. I think we all was like, well, we're going to go ahead and write that on down. And then they threw that screen to Toney, and he went like 50 yards, got him down to 20.
Now, I think you mean Malachi Toney, because Kadarius Toney's a rapper now. But yeah, at the end of the day, I didn't like the play call either. There were a bunch of Miami play calls that I wasn't really in love with. And Myron Cristobal, those are the things you're gonna have to look hard at next year and take accountability and say, hey, I could have coached better. Because old Sig was smoking.
Yeah, the defensive coordinator, he ain't gonna be there long. If he'll be there maybe next year. But he's got that team playing well. They have perfected the zone. They don't do nothing special. He don't even sub. They said they keep 3 linebackers on the field at all times, which is unheard of in modern football. Really, nickel is almost your base defense now. They're like, nah, y'all just can't do it.
Right. Don't tell me what I got to do. I do something different than what you do.
You
mind your business, and I'll mind mine. But I want to congratulate Coach Cincinnati, greatest coach in Indiana football history. Build him a statue. Y'all know what I used to say. Y'all know what I used to say about Dion. Build him a statue. Build Kurt Cincinnati a massive statue, 80 feet tall, and congratulate him.
Worst program in history until 2 years ago.
Right. So without him, there's nothing. But this was actually a really good national championship, and it was to us, this was different than what we've gotten for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years. It was a brawl to the end. It's a good fight. Miami gave it everything they had, and one play at the end of the game doesn't go their way, and that's pretty much it. Had anything else happened, we could have had a number 10 team coming in and win the championship.
It was there. But like you said, Mendoza, just Indiana was just, and this is also kind of a jab, but it is, but it's just right there. I mean, they were the more mature team. And I mean, because they 23, 24, 25. But Mendoza, I like the story that his dad played football with Cristobal. He's from Miami, born in Connecticut, but from Miami, or born in Boston, I'm sorry, but from Miami. He was a 2-star, did not get recruited by Miami, so went to Cal. Then when he went in the portal, Miami came calling, and his mom was like, nah, don't come for my kid now. Absolutely not. And sent him to Bloomington, Indiana with Cignetti. And they won a national championship. He is now going to go first because the whole Raiders brass was there in the NFL draft. Well, maybe second. No, because I think the Raiders got the first pick.
No, he's going first. I don't know if I love that, but he
I ain't
is
gonna say I
going.
love it, but I mean, hey, get your money, big dog. Ain't
Get your
nobody else coming
money.
out.
Definitely get your money. But I think that is something to be. I actually don't like that at all for him. I don't think that there's anybody who can, until the Raiders fix their offensive line. I don't care who they put back there. It's gonna be bad. And I would rather see Kid get a real shot than waste your time in LA.
I mean, that's just what you're gonna have to stick out when you are the first pick. You go to a terrible team. Caleb Williams had to stay there for a year. Hello?
Didn't mean to do that.
Caleb Williams had to stay for a year.
Yeah, but I feel like
he was about to leave if the Brad Johnson ain't get there. He was like, hey man, this Eberflus ain't it.
I was more thinking about I don't think there's any hope for that Raiders line. That Raiders line is terrible. And he's not gonna be able to read coverage as good as Geno. He gets there. And
no.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. And I hate that for guys.
I mean, they're gonna have a lot of money though. The Raiders gonna have a lot of money. They about to get Crosby off the books. They about to get a lot of them. So I think what they're gonna do is try to build the line. I mean, that's what you can expect from Tom Brady. They're gonna build that line out. I mean, that's what the Patriots did. We'll get there too. But shout out to the national champs. Mendoza with the best run I've seen in a while. Signetti said we put that play in this week. And Signetti, the reason he won this game, pause this statement, but it's the truth. He had the bigger balls. He went for it on fourth down in his own territory. He went for it on fourth down, only up 3, and did a quarterback draw on 4th and 5, which turned into a touchdown because of Mendoza. That is amazing. He went for it on fourth down and threw a back shoulder pass. Shout out to that backup tight end that came in against Penn State. And I told y'all about him. He's number 80. Forgive me because I by the time I have this out, we'll have the picture of him up. When Indiana's first string tight end got hurt against Penn State, and they were about to lose that game, he got put in the game and he made like 4 straight amazing catches. One on the sideline, one to keep the drive, and they were all clutch. In every game since then, I think, except for like one, he's had like 100 yards receiving. Number 80. And it went to him on fourth down again, and he got it. Signetti's the man. All the stars lined up, and this is how you win a national championship. You take advantage of what happens. You take advantage of all the opportunities given to you. Miami didn't. Indiana did. And they won.
That's all she wrote.
Yep. So that's really all I got for college football. It is over. We got about a month left for Saturday Morning Live for y'all. We might come in there and talk about the Hawks maybe, but once we get the basketball season, too many games to bet beer on.
Yeah, and what we'll probably end up doing is doing the weekend games. We're going to take us a little break too. Football season is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It is a full task. It is a undertaking. It is a commitment to life. And it's me and Reggie. And shout out to Kev in the back. Hoodied up. Y'all know what it is. Y'all remember, like, follow, subscribe. Appreciate y'all rocking with us through the entire college football season. Y'all know this means the world to us. And we move on to misery.
So now we're gonna go to our NFL segment. I'm gonna take control here. It's a lot going on here, bro. We are gonna start out. Y'all know what it is. We do our Falcons focus first, and then we'll get to the NFL news around the league. To start us off, as Norwood has already got the picture up, we're going to talk about our hiring, how we feel about it, plus the other news around, all the other discussion around this. The Atlanta Falcons have hired Kevin Stefanski, former 2-time coach of the year, recently terminated coach from the Cleveland Browns, as the new head coach. Matt Ryan's first big move is hiring Kevin Stefanski. Full stop. How we feel about that? How you feel about it?
I don't like putting this on Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan had this job for 5 days. And I feel like Arthur Blank, just like he knew he was going to hire Matt Ryan before he did all those alleged interviews, I think that he knew that he was probably going to hire Kevin Stefanski, and only Jim Harbaugh or John Harbaugh, whichever one of the Harbaughs was available, was the only thing that kind of made him wait. Possibly Clint Kubiak being in the conversation, but Clint playing for a team that continues to play into the playoffs, I think that the Falcons wanted a guy who was stable, who was respected. And once Harbaugh went to the Giants and Clint kept winning, it was a foregone conclusion Kevin Stefanski was going to be our guy. I don't know how to feel, and I think that's okay. I think if you're pissed off, that's fine. He's 46-58 in the regular season, 1-2 in the postseason. The thing that I think that most Atlanta Falcons fans are upset about is, respectfully, the man's a loser. It's only one way to put it. He doesn't have a history of winning. He has a history of being successful with the Minnesota Vikings and other different tertiary positions. But as a head coach, he's not a winner. And not only that, he was coaching one of the worst teams in the NFL consistently, the Cleveland Browns. So I think that most of us are skeptical. And I'm going to see how it plays out. That's all I really got.
I got a few things. I'll respond to a few comments and as well as kind of my own thoughts. I think him getting all of these interviews, because we weren't the only team that he interviewed with and had where there's smoke, there's fire. Rumors of him being interested in the teams being interested in him being the head coach. To me, that says more about the Cleveland Browns and the reputation of the Cleveland Browns as an organization than it does of him. What helped him, and I'm not disagreeing. If you think he's a loser, I have no evidence to say otherwise. But he did win 2 coaches of the year in Cleveland. And he did get them to the playoffs in the AFC North, which has been viewed as one of the toughest divisions in football over the last few years. He did fall out with Baker. So I get the hesitance, but I also think you got to put some blame on the Browns. One.
Oh, let me be very clear. The Browns are a terrible organization, and the new person who they hire is going to be fired. He's not going to fix that situation. You're taking a job to get fired. They call that the James Tully or the Lovie Smith.
Yeah, and essentially, he was also, and before I move on to my next point, he was also, now I don't know if this is true, this could be news from his agent just to make sure that he got another job. He didn't want Deshaun Watson. He didn't want to pay all that money. He knew, allegedly, that was a bad move, and Cleveland did that. So I think he's given his last couple years have basically been a mulligan, is how the league viewed him. Whether you agree with it or not will be seen. Time will tell. But the Cleveland Browns organization is run so badly that I think that's why he was able to get another job so quickly. 1. 2, the reason you get a job so quickly and the Falcons moved so quickly, and I have this up for y'all that are listening, is the timeline of the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans were rumored to have John Harbaugh come in for an interview. Gets hired by the Giants. He cancels the interview. The next day, that weekend, they're supposed to have Kevin Stefanski come in. He's hired by the Falcons, cancels the interview. They also had Jeff Hafley scheduled, and we'll talk about that later, ends up taking another job. Then they're supposed to bring in Robert Saleh, who ends up taking a job. So he ends up taking that job, and he cancels the interview on the Cardinals. My point is, last time we hired Raheem, we got stuck with the leftovers. We went with McDonald, Ben Johnson, and we kind of waffled on that. We don't know who we were going to hire. We didn't know if we wanted to go with Bill Belichick. We didn't know what we wanted to do. And all of them left. Arthur Blank, I can guarantee you, for as much as we're saying Arthur did this and he was going to hire Stefanski, I don't believe that. But if he said that, part of the reason that they were so fixated on getting this done early is because we were not going to get left with the leftovers again. No shade to Raheem, but you weren't the first, second, or third choice. So I just like we said, Terry wasn't gonna get caught with no quarterback again. You're not gonna have me going there with no Desmond Ridder and your boy barrel roll Marcus Mariota. You're not gonna have me coming here with another person just thrown at the end of the draft. Nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen to me. And you took the picture down. Okay, so I don't see the Stefanski picture.
Oh yeah, we moved on.
So well, I wasn't done, but that's fine. So for me, with Stefanski, I think it was a scheme fit too. It made sense scheme wise because he's a Shanahan tree guy, he's a zone blocking guy, and when we brought in Raheem, you said this. What does Raheem do? He's a people connector. We ain't getting no more people connectors. We ain't doing that no more. You got to be good at something. You got to coach something. And he coaches tight ends, and he coaches he coaches offense, and he's good at running the ball. Which we have Bijan Robinson and a second back to be named later because I don't think we're going to get Algier. So I think from a scheme wise, this is why we ended up keeping and hiring Stefanski. Now, we did have this up here. One of the best. Oh, before we move on, shout out to you, Baker Mayfield, taking shots. Baker Mayfield took a shot and said basically to Callahan, saying basically, I'm happy that y'all hired him. I can't wait to see y'all. Somebody said Baker Mayfield, that Stefanski failed with Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield was like, failed, sure. That's not technically true. He shipped me out for nothing and I never got a phone call about it. I want to know why. I can't wait to play you twice a year. Basically saying you better bring your shit. Don't come over here. I'm going to try to just embarrass you every game. This is personal for me. So that means Kevin Stefanski, you better be on your shit. Now, I love the Falcons fans even responding to Baker and saying, bro, you requested a trade. We remember. You was playing bad and you requested a trade and said it's in the best interest of both sides because you and Stefanski couldn't get along. So don't act like he shipped you off. You also asked to leave too. So I like the smoke, right? I like the smoke. Bring it on. It's Stefanski. That means you got to be on your P's and Q's. One thing people don't like doing more than losing is being embarrassed. Being embarrassed gets you fired. Look at Raheem, lost to the Jets. Gets you fired. So I'm excited about that. And then of course,
hold on. I would like to comment on the Baker situation. I enjoy the smoke. Baker not talking around anybody. Y'all know I like direct smoke. Put a name on that bullet. If you don't like somebody, make it known. Baker said we'll see y'all 2 times a year. Let's get to it. I enjoy that. I don't like the side talking and there's somebody over there who I got a problem with. No, tell them. And I look forward to it. And I'm just like Derek Queen and the Atlanta Falcons. We will have receipts. And I hope that we're on the right side of things. But if Baker bullies us and he can start cutting Stefanski's ass, it's gonna be a problem.
It is. When it comes to the offense, I think right now we're still interviewing people for offensive coordinator, even though it was assumed that he's bringing Tommy Rees, the offensive coordinator from the Browns, which doesn't seem like it's a lock in place, which is fine with me because I ain't really high on him anyway. I ain't seen anybody talk great about him. But one thing I have seen that everybody's talking about across the league is bringing in Bill Callahan as the offensive line coach, who is highly respected, really viewed as top 2-3 offensive line coaches in the league. He is now here and he will be the Atlanta Falcons offensive line coach. And he always has a good run team. And you have Bijan Robinson in the back to be named later. I'm happy for this. Did you see everybody talking about this?
Yeah. So we had, I think his name is Ledbetter, who was our offensive coach, our offensive line coach before. He was doing a really good job, but this is just one of that's just one of the guys who, when he's available, Bill Callahan is the guy who you hire. I hope that this does something for our pass protection, which has not been the best. The running game and the offensive line on that part, we've always been very tough. They like big, aggressive linemen, but our pass protection could definitely be upgraded. That's what I'm really more intrigued on.
Ledford. Ledbetter is
Ledford.
is the journalist.
But for me, I like this. Anytime that you can acquire an asset that many people in the NFL like really love and covet, it's impressive. But I want to see what the pass protection looks like, specifically with a quarterback who's had multiple knee surgeries. So I am a optimistic skeptic, if that can be a thing. I feel good, but you're gonna have to show me.
Yeah, but I mean, I think this was a hire to solidify the notion that we're committed to Michael Penix for sure. As Arthur Blank said, we are committed to Michael Penix. Now, whether you believe it or not is up to you. But shoring up the offensive line, to me, this is step one. Step two, I think you're gonna see us either go into the free agency for a tackle or two or go into the draft and get a tackle as well. Jake Matthews is old, everybody else hurt. So I think this is just step one of doing what you need to do to protect Michael Penix. Before we go to the defensive side of the ball, we have interviewed Drew Terrell, who is the passing game coordinator and wide receivers coach for Arizona last year. You see what they did with Jacoby Brissett, throwing for 1,000,000 yards.
And no touchdowns.
I'm excited for that because the problem with Stefanski wasn't that they could run the ball. It was always calling plays and throwing the ball was the issue in Cleveland. So if you're going to bring in a passing game coordinator and wide receivers coach, I'm excited for that.
And you need to figure out if he needs to be in the booth or he needs to be on the field before the season. We ain't got time for that shit this year.
Oh, we won't have time for that shit this year. Finally, we did keep Ulbrich, which Arthur already said that was going to happen. And he expects to retain most of his defensive staff. The main person that we got to bring back is Nate Ali, the defensive line coach. Our defense took, I don't even know how to call it a leap. I don't know what's after a leap, a jump, a flight, a
bound.
We went from bottom 3 to number 2 in sacks. And we've improved since Nate Ali has been here in 1 year. He was with the Texans before, laid the foundation for there. You see what's happening over there. And before he was with the Texans, he was with the Indianapolis Colts. He is highly, highly sought after. If I'm Jeff Ulbrich, please don't change nothing. Whatever we need to pay him, bring him back. Bring him back.
I think he need to be looking for a DC job.
I'm pretty sure that's why he hasn't signed.
If you can do that, these are I know we're at 57. Around 50 sacks puts you top 5 in sacks. And that's everywhere you go. Now, I will say we drafted very well at the edge position, but we had never executed. You had Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. And if I remember correctly, the Colts had a bunch of guys in 2023 too. So it is a combination of having the right roster and having him coach them up. So it's both. But yeah, if I have this, I'm looking for a DC. Nobody's had this type of run. Let me get my promotion while I'm hot. That's the wise thing to do.
I would say look at our D tackles. Our D tackles, he changed the entire philosophy on our D tackles from Jimmy Lake. He went straight to attacking
Jimmy Lake.
with Ulbrich. And if you look at it, there's a whole video breakdown of how we was catching. They hiked the ball, and instead of trying to get upfield, we just kind of sit there, and they wanted us to read. That's not, we don't, our D lineman ain't big enough to just sit there and hold off the blocker and read. Nope. Shoot the gap. He changed that immediately. Brandon Dorless looked crazy. LaCale London looked crazy. Rook Oro looked crazy. David Onyemata at 34 years old looked crazy. Like, he got sacks from Kentavia Street. Zach Harrison, before he got hurt, looked crazy. Everybody looked crazy on the D line, especially the interior D line, which is where I think he probably flourishes the most. So I think we need to keep Nate Ali. Please, Nate. I ain't gonna say don't take the DC job. If you a DC job somewhere, man, kudos to you, brother. It is what it is. But you are having a run of runs right now at D line, and I would pay him. You can't let him take a lateral. I know that. You cannot let him take a lateral. You gotta bring him here. So, that's really it for the Falcons focus, man. We hired Stefanski. I'm not against the hire. I understand the logic behind the hire now. I hope my next thing to look for is what are we going to do at the offensive line, at the offensive coordinator position. I really don't want Tommy Rees. For all of the leeway you getting Stefanski for being with the Browns, I don't think Tommy Rees deserves any of that leeway. Please go get somebody else. Please.
I mean, I think we're into whatever we're into. At this point, I'm just a passenger in the car. I'm just not warm and fuzzy about this. I'm open to being wrong, but I can say that I don't love it. I can confidently say I don't love this.
Okay, when we hired Raheem, you said
didn't love that either. Did not love that.
You
either.
said we would be here in 3 years, and it took 2. So, do you feel the same way that we'll be here in 3 years?
I don't not feel that way. I feel like this could be a 3 and 8, man. We moving on again. I think that the thing that Stefanski does for us, it may be a little bit different, is he gets us to a high. I think this is more of a Dan Quinn pick, where it's like, oh, okay, this it'll go up. It'll look like, oh man, they're on to something, and then we'll just be off of everything soon. I don't trust it. There's nothing about this says that.
Yeah, you gotta earn my trust.
Nothing
you
says
gotta earn my trust now.
Nothing says that Stefanski will be here in a decade. Like
a decade? I mean, how many coaches really say a decade?
Like nothing tells me like, oh, this person is our guy. Like this is for sure our guy for. We speed dating. I hope this works, but it might not.
Got to see what I'm not too high or too low. Got to see what we gonna do.
Yeah,
but that's it.
I would like to win games, but I don't trust them.
That's really it for Falcons focus. It remains to be seen. Got to see what we do in the draft, what we do in the roster, what we doing with Kirk. It seems like Kirk is on his way out because we restructured his contract to be able to spread the dead cap money over the next 2 years. And we're paying him an exorbitant amount of money. So it's a lot of moving parts. First, you got to do Nate Ali, offensive coordinator. Then we worry about the roster after that.
Yeah, I think, and the other part about that is we're going to have to fill that quarterback position.
I mean, sure. That you got to figure out the coaching staff first. Then you figure out what you're going to do with Kirk in the roster. Because then you got to go into the draft. You got to re-sign some players. You got to, if you're going to allocate that money, what all intents and purposes, it looks like they're going to allocate the money that they saved with Kirk, which is just $2.1 million. But they're going to try to re-sign some of those other guys and then spread that over the next few years to be able to extend Bijan, Drake, and whoever else we got to extend. I don't know if we're going to do Kyle Pitts. Either way, we'll see.
Isaiah likely.
We shall see. With that being said, we're going to move straight on to our NFL news around the league. Divisional weekend, baby. Divisional weekend, baby. We're going to start off with the Broncos and the Bills. Man, this was a hell of a game. A very emotional game for Bills fans. Bills fans turn away, but keep listening. The Broncos beat the Bills 33-30 in overtime on a series of controversial plays at the end of the game that all went the Broncos' way. I'm assuming you watched the game. You have the Brandon Cooks catch that wasn't a catch that turned into an interception. You have the phantom PI penalties at the end of the game and in overtime that basically put them in field goal range to win the game. This was a great game. This is a great game.
It was a great game. But we said this on Saturday. Josh Allen, this is your game. You have to figure out how to win. I know that's not how, it's not how it always goes. James Cook had an unfortunate fumble, but so did Josh Allen. They just gave them too many opportunities to win this game. And at the end of the day, Denver was just a better team.
They're a better team. I don't think Denver played better in terms of, I won't say Denver won this game. I think Buffalo lost this game. I don't understand. There were so many things that I didn't understand Josh Allen was doing. What the hell was that at the end of the first half with 16 seconds left inside your own 30-yard line, and you decide to run a play, you scramble and then fumble. They get the ball and kick a field goal at the end of the half to go up 10, and you end up losing by said field goal. You lose by 3 points because of that stupid fumble. What were you doing, McDermott and Joe Brady?
Getting fired?
And John and yeah, we'll get there. And like there were so many plays that just didn't make sense. The way, and I was like, bro, Josh Allen is playing like he's scared.
Probably was.
He's playing like he's scared. Like the moment he knew, and we all knew it. That's why they were so emotional and crying. He was sobbing, crying at the after the game, crying at the podium. Old boy, the tackle that be boxing people in the offseason was crying, saying Josh Allen ain't let us down.
Leon Dawkins.
Look, Josh Allen, you deserve every piece of criticism you getting, bro. You did let him down. You let him down.
I mean,
this was your year.
Now, I do think it was cumulative. There were some blocks missed by receivers. James Cook fumbled. Josh Allen fumbled, but you're the quarterback. You get the money. You get the praise. You also get your ass kicked when you guys lose, especially to a young guy in Bo Nix. If I remember correctly, Sean McDermott had been one of the most tenured coaches in the NFL. I think it was time for a shakeup. They need to go in a different direction. This it kind of becomes stale and dry. This receiving room needs some continuity. You had Diggs, that didn't work. You tried Keon Coleman.
Oh no, it worked. They ain't want to pay him.
Well, I'm saying that it didn't work. Like he didn't come back. What I'm saying about it didn't work. Keon Coleman was there, and then he was DMP. Then he was like, "Oh, I guess we're so hurt that we kind of need him again." You got to work on this offense. You got to work on the offense and the defense. This roster's not great. Josh Allen, while you do deserve everything that you get as far as criticism, he making a lot. It's him and James Cook, and that's really it.
And the defense played out of their mind, which is crazy. Yeah, you had to. I ain't gonna say you had to fire McDermott, but you're at the wall.
You run out of options. You run out of options.
Yeah, things to do. It's either fire McDermott or start trading some of your key players because somebody got to take the blame for not being able to get over the hump, and especially when there's none of your rivals are in the playoffs. None of your rivals that have held you back over the last few years are there. So McDermott, to me, is kind of like the Denver Nuggets head coach, except for the Denver Nuggets head coach ended up winning a championship and still got fired. But to me, it's kind of the same thing here. Like, all right, it ain't working. It's time. Somebody got to go, and we're not gonna cut Joker. We're not gonna cut Josh Allen. He just won an MVP.
Right.
So So it is what it is. Unfortunate news. Conspiracy theorists are going crazy. Bo Nix somehow. Oh, don't remove the score yet. Bo Nix somehow uh broke his ankle. Broken bone in his ankle. They came out and said afterwards he's going to have surgery on Tuesday and he is out for the remainder of the season. I have watched many a tape. Some are saying he broke it when he took a knee for the game-winning field goal. Somebody stepped on his ankle and he kind of limped off there. Some are saying he broke it earlier and it was all adrenaline. When they won, he wasn't really limping, but then when you see him walking up the tunnel, he's got a limp.
Life comes at you fast.
That is unfortunate. Did you see where he broke it?
No, I'm going to go back at some point and look, but they've named Jarrett Stidham as a starting quarterback for the next game. Now, one of the things that Sean Payton is notorious for is he prepares all of his quarterbacks. And I think that Jarrett Stidham will be as prepared as any backup quarterback can be for a situation. It will be interesting to see. It's kind of like what we got regular season with Brock Purdy and Mac Jones. I want to call him Mac Brown so bad. Where what about if he's prepared and ready and plays damn good?
I mean, you're gonna have to. Yeah, I mean, that's all you got. You playing against the Patriots, whose defense.
Smoke him if you got him.
Before we move on, I'm gonna ask you this question, and then we'll go on to as we just talked about the Patriots. If you're a coach who is now or a coordinator that is now being interviewed for head coaching jobs, if you were a coach and you had your preference of where you could go coach, would you pick Lamar Jackson in Baltimore or Josh Allen in Buffalo?
Oh, that's not fair for me. I have no interest in being in Buffalo, so I don't want to be that cold. Baltimore is
Buffalo is getting an indoor stadium.
Yeah, in 2 years. I don't want to be there for. Is it going to be ready when I get there?
Yeah, it's supposed to be ready next year, I believe. Just for argument's sake, yes.
I still think the Ravens. I like the Ravens. Y'all know my situation. The Ravens have one issue: a receiver. And if I was there and I was able to be the coach, I would demand that we get a receiver. That would literally be my singular and first demand. Hey, go get a receiver. And if you don't want one of those, don't even hire me. And if you hire me and you don't get one, I'm going to tell the world that you lied to me.
I would probably go with Buffalo. I think they're mirror images of each other. You have a running back, an MVP quarterback, although in Buffalo, their running back is younger, who just won the rushing title, and they need a receiver. You have Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and they need a receiver. You have a defense that was underachieving, but played well in spurts, just like in Baltimore. The only difference is the reason I would go to the Bills. Well, actually, I lied. I would go to Baltimore now. I was going to say coaching. But now there's no coaches in the NFC North other than Cincinnati. And in the AFC North. And in the AFC East, you have the Jets. You have the Pats. But you beat the Pats this year with the roster that you have now. So I don't know which one's better. I'm leaning towards going to play with Josh Allen, but I have to see what the Steelers. I have to see how the coaching plays out. But I'm leaning towards Josh Allen because you have James Cook, who is a younger running back. That's really why I'm leaning towards Buffalo.
Give me the Ravens 1,000%, 1,000. Congratulations to the Bills and all of that, but yeah, I want the Ravens. Ravens are like historically stable organization.
Stable, you mean what?
Just across the board, they're very stable. They historically have good defenses. Yeah, give me everything to me, says the Ravens. And if you like the Bills, Of course, that's cool, but no, I would like the Ravens 1,000%.
Y'all let us know. I'm gonna try to remember to make this a real. Y'all let us know. Would you rather, if you were a coach, would you rather go to Buffalo with Josh Allen and James Cook, or Baltimore with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and whoever else they have? All right. So we are now gonna move right on to the team that has to play the Broncos in the AFC Championship game.
Jesus, this was
The New England Patriots versus defeat the Houston Texans 28-16. In one of the most disappointing games I've seen in a long time. First off, before we go, shout out to Aziz Al-Shair. He was fined $11,000, $12,000 essentially for wearing a Stop the Genocide eye black. And then he wore it again. Stood on business. So shout out to Aziz Al-Shair for that. One of the better linebackers in the league. I forgot all about him when I was talking about the Texans defense. Shout out to him. Thoughts?
Yeah. For me, it's banned. He didn't care. $11,000 is worth it. More people to see it. Good job.
Yeah. Hey man, putting your money where your mouth is. That's tough.
Paying for things that you believe
standing
in.
up to your owners who are on the other side of that.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you believe in it. This is what it costs: $11,000. I don't think that there is a better marketing tool to get your opinion out, your beliefs out, and this commercial will cost way more than $11,500. So what? This is a great investment. And then on top of that, after they've seen you in it during the NFL game, they got to fine you. So Adam Schefter has to post it on there, and then we talk about it, and 18 other million outlets pick it up and have a conversation. So this is the best $12,000 you can spend. Job well done.
Yeah.
But let's get back to
so back to the game.
The disappointment here.
I didn't really learn much from the Patriots in this win. I do like their defense. Their defense looked like they played really, really well. Their offense kind of got whooped. Just the Texans' offense just hung their defense out to dry.
This was
the Texans' defense is crazy.
This is the battle of two really good defenses. Patriots didn't look great. Drake May didn't look like the world beater that, MVP candidate that he had been propped up to be, and not to say that he isn't, because most people don't look like that when you play against the monsters called the Texans defense. The story of this game is really CJ Stroud just looking terrible. And if y'all go back, please go back and listen to the playback for last week. I said, damn, he played really bad last week. I assumed it because I think the CJ is a good quarterback. I assumed that he had gotten all of that out last week and that he will come this week dialed in, ready, humble, prepare, all of the things that you expect out of your franchise quarterback. And he, in fact, did not. He laid an egg, a terrible egg. I don't have any excuses for him. I don't want to say, oh, well, he had X, Y, and Z. He just did not get it done on any facet. Too many fumbles, too many interceptions. He did not play the position of quarterback well at all. Now I was fortunate enough to be in the gas station yesterday, picking up a couple snacks before the old college football game, and I had a guy who I don't mind talking to people while I'm in the store, and he had his friend on speakerphone, and they were talking about quarterbacks that were available. Hey, Texas fans, let me tell y'all, there's nothing available better than CJ Stroud. Did he play a couple bad games? Yes. But there's nothing else out there. I want to make that crystal clear. And if y'all don't want CJ Stroud, I will take him in Atlanta immediately.
Yeah, it was a horrible game for CJ Stroud. I'm gonna shoot him a little bit of bail, not much, because he threw them bad interceptions. That second interception to Carlton Davis was absolutely inexcusable. He kept throwing the ball behind his receivers. The O-line didn't help you at all. The Texans going to have to figure out what they're going to do with the O-line and what they're going to do at the running back position. Nick Chubb ain't got it no more. They played the rookie. He was okay, but the O-line just got whooped. And shout out to the Patriots and Milton Williams, who came back, and they was like, hey, when he gets back, this Patriots defense is going to look crazy. And he, in fact, made that D-line look crazy. Him and Christian Barmore, maybe the second best defensive tackle line duo behind the Seahawks left in the playoffs. They look really, really, really good. But the Texans O-line is trash.
Well, see, this is the thing. Let's contextualize that. They traded Laremy Tunsil at the beginning of this season for all those draft picks. And they kind of worked, it kind of didn't. They got this far in the playoffs. Washington went home. Now, you bet you didn't win, but you got further than the team that you traded with. Now you have to take those picks that you got from that trade and you have to turn them into something. There's an opportunity here, but it is where your scouting and drafting matters. This is high level football here. This is where you have to identify your guys. You have to go get them out of the draft, come hell or high water. Now you have a full complement of, I think they have all of their picks plus the picks from Washington, who needs those picks. So this is your opportunity. Y'all are a well-run organization. Figure it out. Get the right guys or trade for the right guys because you got assets.
Yeah, you got to do it now. And you got a decision, CJ Stroud. The Houston Texans have a decision. CJ Stroud has a decision.
What decision does CJ Stroud have?
He's extension eligible. But if I'm the Texans, if you wait and he plays well next year, you're going to have to make him the highest paid quarterback in the league in NFL history, which is probably what he wants to do anyway, because that's just how trends go. You're not going to find a franchise quarterback just on the street. But you can't come out there and play as badly as you did 2 games in a row and expect for them to have good faith negotiations going forward to make you the highest paid player in NFL history.
Have bad faith. You better learn from that other team that's 3.5 hours away. Don't pay your quarterback. You'll never get out of that. Ask Jerry Jones. You got one option. Pay that kid. He didn't play great. You better find a way to coach him up. There are not guys who are available who are better than him. That's the reason you have a coach. Y'all figure it out. You make him better. There is no asset available in this NFL that I know of at this moment that you can get that will be better than CJ Stroud. And you paid DeMeco Ryans to be a coach, he needs to coach up that kid. It's very simple to me.
Yeah, or bring in Marcus Mariota. You know, that's how he keep a job. Come in second string. Quarterback don't play well. Throw in Mariota. He win you 2 games. You lose you 7.
I think that's a terrible strategy, but it's not my team. So LaMelo Ball theory.
That's
do it.
How it goes.
Do it. But the Texans. This is as good as it gets. Everybody don't get Lamar. Everybody don't get Patrick Mahomes. Everybody don't get Josh Allen. I'm not even gonna say everybody get Joe Burrow because he hurt all the time. So coaching and strategy matters here. Y'all got to figure out how to get it done. It's that simple. If you can't do that, then what do you need a coach for? Lead this team to success.
Yep. But
or you can get Kyler Murray or Tua. Which one you want?
I think if they had any one of them, they would have won that game. Either one of them, they would have won that game.
So go get them. I'm gonna tell you how that's gonna work out for you.
I mean, we know how it's gonna work out, but I'm just saying you can't play that way. You can't play that bad again, CJ. You did it twice. We said you could play that bad again last week, and you played that bad again. You played even worse. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we are going to take a break. We will be right back. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to finish up with the Seahawks and the 49ers, along with the Rams and the Bears. And then we will talk about some of the other teams, some of these coaching hires, Harbaugh, Halfley, LaFleur, Eric Bieniemy's back, and a little bit of McDaniels news. Y'all stay tuned. We will be right back, I guess is what we will be. Y'all stay tuned. Him back and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, from our quick break. Welcome back, episode 216 of the Splashcast. We're gonna finish off our NFL news of our final segment of episode 216. We just finished talking about the Broncos and beating the Bills and the Pats beating the Texans. We are now going to move on to we are now going to move on to
Wait, hold.
No. Where are you, Norwood? There you go. All right. We are now going to move on to the Seahawks. Really, the NFC playoffs. We're going to call this week. We're going to call this the NFC West Invitational. The Seahawks destroyed the 49ers. Let's be honest. Once we figured out Sam Darnold was playing, not to say that he was the cause for this 41 points, but once we figured out that they didn't have to really play a backup QB, we knew this was over with. The 49ers went out there with Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Shanahan, Brock Purdy, and everybody else.
I don't know how I feel about this exactly, to be completely honest. 49ers always kind of get to the same place and do the same thing every time. Now, is it typically a little bit more competitive? Sure. But is this the end of where Kyle Shanahan gets every year? Like, all right, let's get right about here and then lose.
That's incorrect. They went to the Super Bowl twice when they were healthy. And they lost Dre Greenlaw during the Super Bowl, who tore his Achilles. So I don't think that's right. But I mean, they only gonna get here because they keep getting hurt. It's not like it's something Shanahan doing wrong. They need to tear down that power plant. Conspiracy.
Hey, tinfoil hat, whatever it is there not a point where you got to get over the hump?
They got what's the hump is winning the Super Bowl. I'm assuming.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
You keep going.
They went twice in 3 years.
And then Kyle, I mean, at some
You would
point,
take what the 49ers have accomplished over the last 7 years with Shanahan in a heartbeat if you as a Falcons fan.
sure, but I tell you this all the time, there's levels to everything. How many times can you do this before it's like, all right, well, what are we doing?
Well, the line right now is 4. So you can do this 4 times before everybody's like, well, all right, man, we gave you a shot. Marv Levy and the Bills went 4 times in a row.
Right. And I mean, I don't know what to do with the 49ers. Like, because you're right. They had a great season with the guys who they had, but it's something every
the whole
year.
IU breakdown and with all of that, like, hey.
Well, I mean, some of that is them just also not managing relationships. You know, you had a falling out with Debo too. Like, there are things that they could do better.
Oh, that was money. I think that was they put all their eggs in the basket when they went to the Super Bowl, which is normally what you do. They had a 3-year window where they went to the Super Bowl twice. They lost to Patrick Mahomes and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, the Jazz lost to Jordan twice. I mean, like, what you gonna do, bro? Like, what you gonna do? It's Jordan.
Yeah, there's a little difference though, because it was Jordan back to back, like the 3 beats. But other people have won championships. There's going to be a team. They're going to be a new Super Bowl champ
this year. Yeah, because you eliminated the old one. You were the team that eliminated the old one.
I don't know. I don't know what
fell clutch. That's what it sounds like to me. You can't do nothing. You stuck.
But if you're stuck, but
2K, come on, 2K.
Nah, it's not that. It's just that you're stuck. But let's be real. You lost to Mahomes, but you had a roster.
You lost to Mahomes.
I don't know what to do with this team. It does seem stuck-ish. It's stuck in a nice neighborhood, though. It's for sure stuck in a nice neighborhood. But you're probably gonna lose more guys. Trent ain't getting no younger.
Oh, I don't know. And that's where the tinfoil hat comes in. I don't know if you ever gonna have this many injuries in 1 year. They lost literally everybody.
Kittle ain't getting any younger.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles. Okay, Songa came in and had a good game. You know what happened to him? He tore his Achilles in this game. Like, bro, Michael Williams was on his way to being in the defensive player of the rookie defensive player of the year conversation. Out for 10 games. It was bro, like, what are y'all doing? And couple that with the off the field stuff with Ayuk and all of that other stuff. It's unfortunate bad luck. It's unfortunate bad luck. Now, I do agree that you're going to have to do something, because at this point,
is it unfortunate bad luck for the Chargers?
Yeah. Yeah, with the tackles.
So the Chargers and the 49ers kind of in the same boat, because they both have injuries every year.
Yeah, but the Chargers don't make it as far as the 49ers.
I mean, you're right about that.
Round every week, every year. Even when they're healthy, they lost Trevor Lawrence.
But the Chargers also haven't had teams that have been good as the 49ers either.
I disagree. They've had the number one offense and defense in the league and lost.
Yeah, but I don't think that their players have been nearly as good. Minus Khalil and Joe Alt. It's really it that's like I consider world beaters. The 49ers got a ton of world beaters. Trent, McCaffrey, Warner, when they had IU, Debo, Kittle. I don't think that they have the same amount of riches as the Chargers by any stretch of the imagination.
And they made it further than the Chargers.
I guess I wonder how many more years this is gonna happen before somebody says something or does something. That's
Just like
really
you said,
the
CJ Stroud. At this point, bro, what other person are you gonna get? Who you gonna get at? And let me tell you, I love you, Kevin Stefanski, but if I'm Arthur Blank and they fire him, listen.
yeah, I fire all y'all. I'll fire
all y'all
everybody.
can get the fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. All y'all can go, bro. All y'all go. But
by any method of transportation, boat, truck, blimp, plane,
but
whatever
speaking
you
of
need.
Arthur Blank and all of them, this is what I was talking about earlier in the Falcons Focus. If you're listening to the playback of this, go back and listen to the Falcons Focus of why you have to move on and hire coaches so fast, because you can't wait. Right? With all these movement in the coaching ranks, people are waiting on Clint Kubiak. If you wait on Clint Kubiak and strike out, you through. Look at Robert Saleh. He is now the head coach of the Titans. They got eliminated on Sunday. He's now the head coach. Today is Tuesday. He is now the head coach of the Titans, who had to pivot 4 times. Luckily, you were able to pivot to Robert Saleh, which is a really good hire, by the way, because they have a really good defensive line. But you have to make that decision almost immediately. If you weren't in line for Clint Kubiak, everybody else is getting hired.
So my thing with this Robert Saleh pick is, you did it. You kind of did this to yourself. I think that Robert Saleh is a good coach. I don't think he's better than Mike Vrabel. You had a better guy and ran him out of the building.
Oh, I agree. Oh yeah. I agree.
You're taking like a best case cleanup scenario, but I don't think that Robert Saleh is a better coach than Vrabel. So
no, I don't think they were gonna get it. There was what coach is better than Vrabel that was available?
No, they had Vrabel.
I know, he's gone. Kind of like there's parallels. He made it further than Kevin Stefanski, but there's parallels in that he started off hot, had a bad 2 seasons, and they fired him, ran him out of the building, and they also fired him, I believe, at the same time they got rid of Rand Carthon, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
somewhere around the same time.
No, it was the next year, because Rand cleaned. Vrabel was gone. Then it was Rand there. He fixed everything. Then they fired him. Then they drafted Cam Ward. They went to shit, and then they fired whoever the coach was. I can't even remember his name.
Brian Callahan, Bill Callahan's son.
Correct. And then but
so I mean, what I don't want this to be is, I hope that he hires somebody really good on offense, a really good offensive coordinator, because Cam has shown so many flashes of being an NFL quarterback. But y'all got some work to do on that offense, boy. They got some work to do, but that defense is really good.
You're gonna need a miracle.
That defensive line with Simmons and Tavondre Sweat coming back, who I wanted the Falcons to figure out how to get. That defense is coming back, is going to be good. In the AFC South, I mean, Jacksonville, Indianapolis, they ain't got no quarterback. And Houston, you basically got to beat out the other two to contend with Houston. So I think this is not a bad hire. It ain't the greatest hire, but it's better than being left with Raheem Morris like the Falcons of 2 years ago. You had to make that hire. Otherwise, you were going to be picking from somebody that you weren't necessarily going to get. You didn't want the scraps. You did not want the scraps. No shade, Raheem.
I think that the Titans are. I don't like this.
I don't like it. The only reason I would say I don't like it is, bro, you made the firing first. You fired people. You fired Brian Callahan in the season. You had all this time to prepare, all this time to tamper, because you know there's tampering. Otherwise, you wouldn't hire him in 2 days. All this time to talk to people and figure it out. And you ended up, no shade to Robert Saleh, but he's your, we just showed y'all the graphic Falcons Focus. 1, 2, 3, 4. He was your 4th pick. And you were the first one. You had the front of the line. So that's the only reason I don't like it. I like Robert Saleh as a coach. I think he got railroaded in with the Jets. But you seemed ill prepared to make this decision, Tennessee.
Titans.
That is unfortunate.
Titans are the epitome of not having your organization together, so it don't matter. You just continue to do things and they fail. And I don't think that this is going to work out great either.
It won't.
Speaking of decisions I don't like.
Ooh, you skipped. Before we go there, the Rams defeat the Bears, outlast the Bears, despite Caleb Williams having the most roller coastery game of all time. Not of all time, that I've seen in a while. The Caleb Williams experience was on full display in this game. He made breathtaking throws, amazing plays, including the final throw of regulation. Was that regulation?
Yep. It wasn't regulation. It wasn't a regulation, but it was right there. They threw the touchdown, then they took the ball and kneeled there. Yep.
Yeah. On fourth down, while getting pressured by 3 Rams defenders.
Everybody thought he was dead.
And then he pulled the Alabama versus Auburn, just throw it up to the corner of the end zone.
He was wide open too.
He was a tight end guarded by a nickelback, which is not going to work on the jump ball scenario. Shout out to Kobe Durant, HBCU, who ended up playing well in overtime. And Caleb Williams played well, but he also threw 3 interceptions, including the one in overtime that essentially ended the game because they had to get 30 yards, and the Bears defense is not equipped to make a stop when you need one. I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. It's the truth. And Matt Stafford went down the field and kicked the field goal.
They had some questionable play calls too. I think that on third down, you want to be moving to a side and Caleb is not a running quarterback by any stretch of the imagination, but he has some mobility. I want to give him an opportunity to at least potentially use his athleticism and get a first down or throw on the run towards the sideline on an out, something like that. And I think that I didn't get enough of that for me.
I don't mind the play call. I didn't like the decision that he made. I think he was seeing ghosts because of that pass rush. The Rams defense settled in. They settled in really well. They played well. They had multiple fourth down stops, including a 4th and goal stand where it was fourth and inches. They stopped the quarterback sneak. They had interceptions. They made plays, and the Rams defense, they just look like the veteran team. They look like the veteran team.
And that's what comes with a young quarterback too. You're going to be happy when I make this unbelievable throw to the back of the end zone to keep us in the game. Then I'm also going to make and I'm not exactly sure that it was a bad throw. He said it was a miscommunication between him and his receiver.
And DJ Moore was unavailable for comment. When that happens on that last interception, he said he expected him to flatten the route out. DJ Moore did not. And I think we talked about it in the group because we talk real time. Again, if you want to join the Splashcast versus the World Instagram group, you got to have tough skin. But for the most part, I think he was right. I think he should have I think it was an out route. It wasn't a corner. It was an out. And he didn't flatten the route, and the DB was right there.
Right to the sideline. And that's how you get picked.
And the way that Caleb responded right then and there, like I expected you to go out. I was like,
you got to be careful about stuff like that because receivers are sensitive about things like that. You could be considered.
DJ Moore is one of the most sensitive receivers in the league.
But I mean, now that also just takes. This is you got to get some level of chemistry, and that takes years and time and understanding because it's a mental understanding how in this position, depending on where this guy is, I may need you to fade deep, or I may need you to get super flat and get right to the sideline. That's reps. It's just reps. And I mean, I think that the season didn't exactly go the way that the Bears wanted to at the end. I'm sure they'd rather be playing, but you played against a hell of a team with a quarterback that's 80 years old. He consistently just finds a way to be successful. And Caleb, keep your head up, keep playing. You'll be back. This team is good.
And they have Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua.
Right. And you
Devontae
didn't
Adams
look
got hurt, came back, had the catch of the game. Puka Nacua.
Hell, you didn't look like CJ.
Who didn't look like CJ?
Caleb.
No. I was just saying I was giving more big ups to the receiver. The receivers played well in this game, and the tight ends. And the Rams are a tough team. You look at them, they seem kind of finessey. They are not. That game
now
next
with
week,
Jared Verse trying to hurt you.
Jared Verse is a monster. Braden Fisk is a monster. The DBs all hit. I mean, and Don Shula's grandson gonna end up being a head coach somewhere soon. So they look pretty good. So that was it, man. We looking forward. This Saturday will be the second to last Saturday morning live, if I'm not mistaken. It will be the NFC Championship, AFC Championship games. So that should be fun. And then for the teams that are already in the offseason, there were a bunch of coaching moves. First off, there was your man, the big hire, former Baltimore head coach, John Harbaugh. The second, I guess the longest tenured coach to be fired now that Mike Tomlin has retired.
Is Andy Reid the last guy standing?
Yeah. Again. Because he was with Philly for a long time. Harbaugh goes to the Giants. Basically what everybody was speculating, that Jackson Dart kind of sealed the deal, and everybody was like, the quarterback just happened to be there when he was going to fly in. I was like, come on, bro. The quarterback just happened to be in there at the same time that they're interviewing John Harbaugh. No, that was a vetting process. And once they went through there and they said that he loved Jackson Dart, I was like, they're just ironing out the numbers now. So now John Harbaugh is there, and he reports directly to the owner. He does not report to Joe Schoen, who is the man that gave Philadelphia the second Super Bowl.
Shout out to Kev.
He a pretty good hire.
Yo, skinning and greening ass in the back.
What you think about this hire?
I think that this is a terrible hire.
Why?
I think this is number one, he's getting paid a ton of money. It's 100 million. 20 million. That's what it is. $20 million. No, it's more than that. It's got to be more than that.
In 5 years, 100 million?
100. 20 million a year.
Yes.
5 years.
Oh, you thought I meant total?
Yeah. So that's the reason that ain't right. 5 years, 100 million. It's too much. I don't think that this team will compete for a Super Bowl in 5 years. And if I'm paying you $100 million to not compete for a Super Bowl, what am I doing with myself? Culture. And I think culture my ass.
Okay. They're losers.
Okay, cool. Then you're going to continue to be losers with a $100 million quarterback. And then in 5 years, you're going to be like, what do we pay $100 million for? And you're going to say culture.
No, I don't. If you continue to be losers, he won't make it to be 5 years. But at least he'll be fired before then. But to me, you hired him because, I mean, Daboll wasn't it. I don't know who the coach was before Daboll. Wasn't it?
I don't think that Daboll wasn't it. I think that Schoen is the issue. Not Schoen is the guy who sank the ship.
Well, yeah, and they bypassed him. Now I don't understand why they kept him.
Right.
I don't unless they just didn't. Unless they're paying all the money to
Daboll didn't fire Saquon and get rid of Daniel Jones.
Hired Daboll. Didn't he hire the special teams guy to be their head coach too? Before Daboll?
Schoen is the issue. This is the reason that you know that like the Giants are going to be a dumpster fire. They're going to lose. They're not going to have the team. Then you're going to look and say, well, we're paying this coach all this money. then Showen's going to get fired. And things aren't going to get any better. They're going to get worse. I'm telling y'all right now, Scatterboo got one more season. Maybe one and a half.
Because you ain't 6'2", bro. You are 5'9".
Right.
You already got 3 shoulders.
Exactly. And then you're going to be looking like, well, damn. Well, Scatterboo, he's not as good as advertised. And Jackson Dart can't stay out of that blue tent. And we paying this guy $20 million a year. And Showen's picking the wrong guys.
And
this is a train wreck.
To be the offensive coordinator who loves that quarterback draw. Yeah, I expect him to run more of
Jackson Dart going to be draw 4 on the sideline playing Uno.
Like the UGA offense with Stetson Bennett is what I envision for that offense. But I mean, they got Malik Neighbors coming back. Wandell Moore played really well. They got to get a big receiver. Although they do have big tight ends, which is what Todd Monken likes. But they got to get that offensive line straight, and they got to get the defense.
This is potentially the 4th team in the NFC East. Not better than the Eagles by any stretch of the imagination. Not better than the Cowboys. The Commanders are going to be better than them. And then you're going to have the Giants. And you're going to pay that man $20 million. How many years before you're like, this is not a good idea?
Oh, well, the Commanders are going to fire Quinn after this year. I can tell you that.
Concur.
They're not going to be good. I think that.
But Magic Johnson ain't going to let them continue to be sorry. Let me tell you that.
The Eagles are in flux because allegedly A.J. Brown requested a trade again.
That don't matter. The Eagles still going to, even if potentially losing A.J. Brown, the Eagles going to find a way. They are just better.
I'm just telling you that it's not as set in stone as you think. The Eagles with A.J. Brown, they're going to have to rehire. They're going to have to re-sign some of them defensive players. And they're going to have to get another receiver. And some of that O-line is getting older. Lane Johnson, big old.
And so this is the other part that you're not accounting for. What team consistently over the last decade has managed to put the best team together year in and year out?
The Chiefs, Baltimore?
No. In the NFC East.
The best team over the last decade?
Yes.
2015, 2016.
Kevin is looking at you like you better say the Eagles. That's the answer. That is the answer. The Eagles have.
Who did they have before Jalen Hurts?
Your boy that won the
Oh yeah, it's the Eagles. It's the Eagles.
Yes.
They won the Super Bowl with what's his name? It's the Eagles.
Yes. So they continue to do that. And the guy who's been picking their team, what's his name? What's the GM name? Right. That's the reason I keep looking down there. Howie Roseman. There he is. He's been the guy putting these teams together. And every year, some people got to go. He finds some new guys. With Dallas, you know what you got with Jerry. He going to pick the right guys. He just going to not let them get coached to be successful. So now you're looking at the Commanders and the Giants. Now, the Commanders have been great, but the Giants have been terrible at asset management over the same amount of time. And the same guy, Joe Showen, who's been terrible, is still there. So, yeah.
Nothing for that. I got nothing. I got everything else I can counter. I got nothing for Joe Showen still having a job. I got nothing for it. I don't know why he's still there. Everybody that you got rid of, if it wasn't for Daniel Jones' legs falling apart, they probably would have been in the AFC Championship this year.
Correct. So, yeah, I think that unless y'all think that Joe Showen is going to mysteriously turn into a new human, which I don't, then what you got is what you got, and it ain't much.
I'm interested to see what his role is, because if Harbaugh reports on straight to the owner,
and how do you think
he's going to have final say so on the roster? So now, what does the GM do?
How does this setup even sound? This doesn't sound like it makes sense. And you telling me that this is just going to mysteriously work?
I'm telling you, that's what they brought him in for, to be a culture changer. I think he's going to be a very expensive bridge coach. He's gonna be there for 4 years. They're gonna pay him all that money, and they're gonna end up at the end of his tenure competing for the division. And I think then they'll end up getting the new hotshot offensive coordinator to be the head coach.
I'm not even sure if Jackson Dart lasts that long. His health is, man.
This
shit here. Let's be real. Is a house of cards ready to fall down on day one. You're running back on borrowed time. Your quarterback, he looks like the next Tua. Your coach, Scatterboo.
Oh yeah.
Your coach makes $20 million a year. Your GM should have been fired 5 years ago. This doesn't make sense. This is like drafting Zion Williamson. Oh, maybe his metabolism won't catch up with him and babes with BBLs.
Biology don't matter. Well, the BBLs you could, but the biology part you could. Yeah, I mean, hey, you got to swing for the fences. You got to do something. Clint Kubiak, you had nothing. You really just didn't have nothing to offer. Why would you come there as a young upcoming coach?
Oh, because you could have probably paid half. $20 million a year is a ton of money. Ton of money. And this is a guy who also loses every fourth quarter with Lamar and Dave and Derrick Henry. And I guarantee you.
I was like, I mean, he's I was gonna say unproven, but he's proven to
blow it. And now you got Dart and Scatterboo instead of Lamar and Henry.
And Lamar.
This is a train wreck.
They got receivers though.
You smoke crack, don't you, Sams?
It's gonna be fun either way. I'm gonna be entertained. I can tell you that. Ain't nothing like watching stress-free football. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't nothing like it. It is fun for the
LaMelo Ball, baby. I get to watch. I don't care what happened. Scatterboo, get out there. You play a little quarterback. You throw it to Jackson Dart. Do what y'all want to.
Let's run the annexation of Puerto Rico. Why not?
Yeah. Jim, why is John Harbaugh getting paid $20 million and Andy Reid getting paid $20 million?
Oh, that's something that we learned in business class. It's called supply and demand. That's why. That is why. That is why. But
why is John Harbaugh getting paid more than Jim Harbaugh?
I mean, well,
why is John Harbaugh getting paid more than
a Super Bowl? He was there 19 years, right? 18 years. It's 2008. Didn't he have Super Bowl?
One. Why is John Harbaugh getting?
You can't step over the Super Bowl now.
That's fair. I mean that okay. So why is he getting paid more than Nick Sirianni?
Have you seen Nick Sirianni, coach? Nick Sirianni's doing less with more.
How many Super Bowls Sirianni got?
As head coach, 1.
Fair enough. I just think that this is a train wreck, and I'm going to watch this.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but to answer, these are the reasons why he gets more money. He's more stable, and he's won a Super Bowl. That gets you to a discussion that everybody can't have.
All right, so Sirianni won Super Bowl, $15 million. McVay won Super Bowl, $15 million. I think McVay should be paid.
McVay is a good man. Because let me tell you, we would be renegotiating.
my name would be renegotiate. I'm not getting paid less than Jim Harbaugh got one, Tomlin got one, John got one, Peyton got one. And Sean Payton, that Super Bowl, you better get it. You better step in this millennium.
Man, fuck Sean Payton. I wanted them to lose so bad.
But hold on. Jeff Hafley, coach of the Dolphins. This is a cleanup job. You're gonna be fired, Hafley. They just trying to get the stench of that wreck of Mike McDaniels out of there, you're going to be a bridge. You'll be there for a couple days and they'll send you on home.
I would call this more of a resume builder versus a cleanup job.
No,
It is a cleanup job.
Miami needs some. They're trying to reestablish some level of discipline. That's really the thing. Mike McDaniel's just getting railroaded by his team, and he wasn't being respected. That's the reason I think he withdrew from that Cleveland situation. Like, boy, I didn't already been to bad. This is worse.
I mean, why would you? Yeah, why would I go get more
Cleveland?
pressure?
Why would I jump into hell
in Cleveland? Or I can go to LA with less pressure, probably not too much difference of money, better quarterback, better everything.
And it's close to home. That's what I think it was for him. He's a California guy. I'm not going to Cleveland. For what? Cleveland. You think I'm going to Cleveland to coach? I don't even know what quarterback I'm going to coach.
Oh, yeah, you do. Deshaun is his name. Whether you
and making and it's $70 million cap hit for Freaky D. No thanks. I'm good.
But for Hafley, I think quietly Hafley has had a meteoric rise up the coaching ranks. He went from defensive coordinator in college to Boston College head coach, where they upset Florida State, and then he really ain't do nothing, and then he left and went to defensive coordinator with the Packers.
They paid him to be fired, bro. They gonna purge this thing. They gonna sanitize.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it's a resume builder. But still, he's had a meteor to go.
This might not. I don't know if this is gonna be a resume builder. You could this. Yeah, who's the quarterback in Miami?
It don't matter. You are a head coach. You have the experience. You have the experience of being an NFL head coach.
Ask Michael McDaniel about resume builders being a head coach.
All Mike McDaniels has to do is go and be a good offensive coordinator and turn that, especially if you can win with old boy, they're gonna come back and knock on the door. It's like being 7 feet tall. It's like being 7 feet tall.
I think I disagree there. I think that there are certain places that will never open the door for Michael McDaniel for the way that he was bullied and railroaded. Like
32 teams. If it's certain places, there's certain places that will. Say Jeff Hafley is literally adding this to his resume, and if he can make that Dolphins defense play well, they gonna hire him somewhere. Somebody gonna hire him.
What do you have? Okay,
I'm not disagreeing that it's not a team that it's not a cleanup job, but this is definitely a resume.
This is a cleanup job, but they left all the shit on the floor.
I mean, you gotta clean it up.
No. At least scoop the poop. No, you left the poop on. Tua is still here. He's still here. Tyreek is here asking to leave. This defense is terrible. This team is
defense played really well down the stretch. I think that's why part of the reason he also took this job. He's a defensive guy. They have pieces there on defense.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's definitely a rebuild.
You don't even have the beginnings of where your quarterback is. And it's not like it's a quarterback draft. And you're not even a desirable location for somebody like Mac Jones to say, you know what, I really like to go to Miami. And you have beautiful weather. I'm Malik Willis. Don't call me. I'll be a backup before I go to Miami and I saw what y'all let happen to her. I like my brain.
I mean, again, you have to wait and see how they plan out with the roster. But again, to me, he knows it's a cleanup job. If it were me, I would be looking at the next job after this.
If it was me,
where do I need to go after this?
Where was Hafley at before?
Green Bay. He was the defensive coordinator.
Not in a million years am I leaving there for that. I had Michael Parsons.
Yeah, not leaving Micah. But I mean,
you could be just wait. See, that's a lot of times these coaches be so overzealous to get to the head coaching position. Bro, you might well could have stayed where you was at and not been miserable.
Or not. And then before we did, LaFleur did re-sign with Green Bay, so shout out to him. We spoke of that, which is another reason the Falcons probably had to go ahead and make a decision because I know LaFleur and Matt Ryan were close, and LaFleur was talking about coming to Atlanta if he could not work out a contract extension with Green Bay, and Green Bay figured, hey, who else are we gonna get?
I hated that whole situation where it was like, oh, well, we're going to let LaFleur go. And get what? Halfley? You wasting everybody's time thinking we're stupid. We knew that y'all wasn't going to do this. Y'all going to pay that man. And especially after the whole Aaron Rodgers situation, you was going to, let them two fight it out, get this guy and get Jordan Love to where he is, and then you was going to lose Matt LaFleur? And you're the Green Bay Packers? Yeah, that's not even what y'all do.
Yeah. So it's tough. And then, of course, we did talk about Mike McDaniels. He is now signed with the Chargers to be the offensive coordinator. I think we talked about that earlier.
I think it's a great pickup. I think that Amarion Hampton should be thrilled. Najee Harris, I assume you're probably out of there. Justin Herbert, I know your wrist can't heal fast enough. Joe Alt, hey, get ready for it.
Later too.
Yeah, and this should be. Oh, Lad McConkey.
Slot receiver heaven, boy.
Everybody, Cooper Kupp, make a call. You can't have
Coop up there in the NFC Championship game, big dog. I ain't going nowhere.
I mean, he riding coattails. It's amazing how as soon as you get somewhere else, you become a non-factor. But also I'm really happy that Eric Bieniemy got back to the OC. Nagy is going to be a head coach somewhere.
He's interviewing for multiple places, so I assume him and Clint Kubiak, I think, are the last ones left. Now that Salah's been hired by the Titans, I think Clint Kubiak is the last. Him and Clint are the last two. Maybe Jim Schwartz, but I think he's linked to the Browns anyway. And then, of course, your boy Brian Flores, but he is linked to the Steelers if he decides to take a head coaching job.
They say Matt Nagy might just be out.
Oh, pull a Tomlin? I'm out of here. You know what I'm talking
about? No. I'm saying like out because people have been hired. I don't think that Matt Nagy is a very good coach, in my opinion, either.
Well, it was rumored that the reason they made this change was because Patrick Mahomes wanted something new. Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes wanted something new for he didn't like the offense that they were running. So they brought back in Eric Bieniemy.
Neither did the Bears. I said neither did the Bears. Wasn't he the coach there before?
Matt Nagy?
Yeah.
I think so with Eberflus. I believe so.
I don't think he's good.
No. I mean, I don't know. You masked by Patrick Mahomes. But if you make Patrick Mahomes look ordinary, then you can't be great. I'm interested to know how Patrick feels about Eric Bieniemy. I'm assuming that he had say-so in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if he's going to be able. When he was there last time, it was rumored that Andy Reid called all the plays. So I wonder if that's going to happen again.
I don't care.
What is this going to look like, etc.
The Chiefs are clearly saying, "Hey, man, we have a recipe that works. Put these herbs and these spices, cooking on 400 for this long. This is what we're going back to. We're going to overhaul this roster. I expect it to look more like what it used to. And we're going to get back to doing what we do. We're getting the game back together." And I think that Eric Bieniemy will, for whatever reason, it ain't worked out in the manner that he wanted it to. I think that he's deserved a head coaching job, but I think that there's something that people don't like about him. I hope it is more than him just being black. But either way, The opportunity has not afforded itself to him. And if I can't get it how I want it, I'm going to go back to where I was getting it good.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
I had to think about what you said.
We all been there now. Kev too. If I can't get it how I want it, I'm going to get it where I was getting it good.
That's called the bat signal.
Right.
That's called.
What's up, big head?
Hey, big head.
Right. and Eric be like, bro, I've been trying to do this all types of different ways. It ain't working for me. Pat, Andy, can we go back to what we was doing when we was winning? And Pat like, man, hell yeah, get Matt out of here. And Andy he probably want to slap him on the back of the neck anyway. Let him go somewhere else and be terrible and coach.
Go sign Kyle Pitts. Now you good to go.
And you can
bring back Tyreek on a discount because he want to leave.
Tyreek probably gonna take no discount. He got 4 more babies since the last time y'all saw him. And
a girlfriend and an ex-wife that's trying to. She's an awful person.
Buying Bentleys. I ain't gonna say she awful because you don't know what lifestyle he introduced to her and what lifestyle she was living. Once you started, you got to keep it.
This ain't the first play. So that's also dumb on his part too. This ain't her first play.
Right.
Her brother played safety for all them years. That's how she got introduced to the lifestyle.
This ain't, these are 2 experts doing expert level shit.
All Madden fools.
Right. You know him and he know you and you can read. That's like a woman get with Antonio Brown. He surprised me. How? You ain't got the internet? You can't get tricked in 2026. You get catfish, you're a fool. But with that being said, we've covered everything. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah.
Please keep this Falcons situation in prayer. I don't know what to feel. I don't know whether to be happy. I don't know whether to be sad. I don't know whether to trust it or not trust it. I'm literally taking it step by step, day by day. Reggie seems both more optimistic and more pessimistic than me.
They call it cancel out. How you feel? A 0. I'm a placeholder right now. I don't feel nothing. I am upset and happy all at the same time. I don't know.
With that being said, you got anything left for us before I get out of here?
Nope.
Number one, more black baseball. And on the story of black and brown people playing baseball, please play. Please pay Ronald Acuna. We need it. Number 2, shout out to Kev in the back. What up, though?
We got to add a Kev cam.
Right. Number 3, the historically black college university in your neighborhood, the one you go to. No, not the one that you went to church with, the person who cared for you, the person who used to laugh and kiki wherever you was in camp, your hometown, all of that. Send some money over there. The historically black college and university in your neighborhood, the one you go to for homecoming, step shows, to be around your people. You go there, you eat up all the chicken, you drink up all the liquor, you stay out way too late. Least you could do is send some money over there as we once again start preparing for homecoming season.
Check your phone real quick. Oh, you can't check your phone. Check Instagram.
And while you there, homecoming seasons come, go ahead and book them homecoming Airbnbs. Get it figured out. Get it figured out soon. I didn't see that, but I saw something else and I couldn't even get to it. What am I looking for?
Splashcast, our group, just the personal one, not the world.
Huh? Oh. But I don't care about that because he would have been terrible there. He'd already been on the street. Him and his brother would have been stealing cars.
I disagree.
Number three. the greatest learning institution in all the world, the Hampton University. We only ask for $18.68 on behalf of the university. Gave Reggie a degree, gave me a degree, gave Kev a degree. Send that money to the blue and to the white. It's good all day, then it's good all night. Y'all be safe. Adios, mi amigos. God is love. Until we meet again, y'all be safe. We out this thing.
Peace. Love y'all. Like, follow, subscribe.